We're back. We're back. It's Friday. It is indeed the first Friday in weeks that I'm streaming. You know what? You know what? I'm pretty damn excited. Because today, we are going to go deep into the dark and broody. That's right. Today's going to be dark fantasy. Whatever your item idea is, I might ruin it by making it kind of dark fantasy. Magical girl shit, dark fantasy. Diablo ripoff, dark fantasy. Elden Ring X World of Warcraft Final Fantasy sword, dark fantasy. So buckle up, man. This is gonna be a thing, bro. Holy shit, I'm excited, bro. Yo, so welcome back. First, yeah, hold up. Priorities in order. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the VOD. For a fantastic day. It is indeed the 2nd of June. We are on day 2 of our fitness challenge. So I hope everyone got in who wanted to get in on the fitness challenge yesterday and did something. I got about 3.5 kilometers. A little bit of a slow start, but that's what's to be expected on a day that a new game comes out. Which, by the way, Diablo 4. Diablo 4 is like, I don't know how to describe it, man. It's like when you have a game franchise that's just like your warm security blanket. And every time a new game comes out in the franchise, it's like you're wrapped up once again with your big warm blanket. And you're just cozy, and you're like, I'm at home, man. I'm safe. I'm good. I'm at home, you know? Diablo 4 is like expecting that security blanket and being given a trash bag instead. So, no, it's okay. I don't know. I'm not gonna. My first impressions are mixed. I had fun last night. I didn't regret it. It was fun. We played. We chilled. We had fun. It was good, but I think it's a me problem. Story's good. Actually, here's the thing. I don't know if the story's good. The story might be ass, but I just am such a Diablo fan that the story might be like forgivable for me. You know? I don't know if the story's good or not yet. To be fair, I'm only like probably what, 5? No. Probably like 7-8 hours into the story, in the campaign. I have no idea how long it'll be. So it might be great. It might be great. It might be awful, and I won't know until like probably the end of the weekend. The story so far is good. I'm enjoying it, and I'm enjoying it for that, and that alone is enough to carry me through it. But the gameplay, maybe it's just because I'm a barbarian, but it's not as good as Diablo 3 or Diablo 2. And here's why I say that I think it's a me problem. I think that ARPGs evolved in a different direction. All right? People don't like Diablo 3. It is cool to not like Diablo 3. Diablo 3 is like the Revenge of the Sith of ARPGs. It's great, and those who love it and love it for the reasons they love it are all, you know, they love it. Okay? But people, it's fun to not like it. It's like cool to not like it. So I like Diablo 3 and I'm not apologetic about it. ARPGs kind of went in a different direction. If you look at your Path of Exile, your Last Epoch, your Warhammer, your Lost Ark, they all kind of go in a different direction. A direction that I'm not super fond of for ARPGs. So I think Diablo is probably a really great entry into that. You know, I think people who are into ARPGs probably really dig it. It just feels a little slow, maybe slow, you know, not impactful, not fun compared to like playing Diablo 3. But look, we're leveling, and I'm leveling as the worst class to level in the beginning. They say the barbarian is the best class in the end game by far, one of the best speed classes, one of the best whatevers, but the initial leveling experience in the barbarian is the roughest. All right, contrast with that with like the Necromancer, where Necromancers suck at endgame, but are really good early game. So I don't know. Like I'm hoping that I get off stream today. I play with Dashto and Ella some more, and I'm hoping that the gameplay like unlocks for me. I'm gonna try a couple of different things, but I hope it really unlocks for me. And I hope we kill it, because I really want this game to be good, and I wanna love it for years, like I love Diablo 2 still, like I love Diablo 3. But like first impressions, man, it's mixed, and it might change. I might say something different, y'all, on Tuesday, but it's mixed right now. How's D4 versus Lost Ark first impressions? Lost Ark I had bad first impressions because I don't like how much of a casino Lost Ark is. Everything in Lost Ark, every sound anything makes, every menu, every UI thing, it's just the entire game is a fucking casino, and it just kind of grates on me a little bit. But at least combat in Lost Ark is fun. Diablo doesn't give me that casino feel, but the combat's kind of like not fun. It's like the combat was made for everybody as a response for people who didn't like Diablo 3. They didn't like Diablo 3 for all the wrong reasons, or all the right reasons, and then they changed the wrong reasons in Diablo 4, if you know what I mean. So it's like people didn't like the brightness, the shininess, the high fantasy of Diablo 3, and so that also came with fast, really fluid, fun combat in Diablo 3. So it's like Diablo 4, we need to do everything we can to try and make the world darker, grittier. The druid's fat. The barbarian doesn't have a beard. Like, everything's got to be different, man. Everything's got to be different than Diablo 3, and combat has to be slow and grindy and methodical and not fun. So I don't know. You know, maybe people who like those games, maybe they're great, and I'm just missing out here. Or maybe I'll have a different experience and I'll change my mind. You know, later in the week, hopefully. I'll play MMOs often. So Lost Ark was the first one I really liked. I'm a huge D2 fan. Yeah, I don't know. Like Lost Ark the gameplay was solid in Lost Ark. All your abilities felt impactful. Combat never felt like a slog. Combat, I'm gonna describe to you what combat feels like in Diablo 4. And this is probably not gonna apply to anyone in chat, but I'm gonna describe it anyway, and maybe somebody will know, okay? Combat feels in Diablo 4 like, you know when you're leveling up a new season in Diablo 3, and you roll your rare item to have reduced level requirements, okay? And you get like, so that you can use your level 60 item at level 40, let's say you get 20 reduced levels. And you're level 36, and you're on Torment 3 or whatever, or Torment 2, and combat's really starting to get sluggish, and you haven't do single target damage. It's just like, it's slow, it's not fun, it's grindy. It's not tough, it's not difficult, but it's also just not, you just don't do any damage, you don't feel like you're doing anything. But you're like, it's fine, I'll hold out, because as soon as I get to level 40 and I unlock my like weapon, then it'll open up again and I'll be happy I stayed at Torment, whatever, Torment I'm at. Diablo is like that, but there's no weapon. There's no weapon coming. There's no like, it's not gonna open up. So it's just slow and grindy. I'm sitting there like counting the auto or the like base attacks and to kill a mob, and it's like 7. It's like, I can't believe I'm left clicking a mob 7 times to have it die. Like, this is not. So I don't know. Maybe it changes. Maybe it'll open up, and yeah, no beard, man. They don't have beards. Started having 20% more fun after I stopped being melee. Maybe that's it. You know, maybe I just need to re-roll Source and have fun. You know, enjoy the Beyblade aspect. So Whirlwind, maybe I think I'm going to switch to Whirlwind. It's not great for leveling. You don't do much damage for Whirlwind, but I think that it's probably more satisfying than Hammer of the Ancients or Rend. So I think I'm going to switch my build up today, Blaze, and we'll see how it goes. And there's also other things that we can do, you know, unlock features and stuff that we haven't unlocked yet for our classes, you know, the whatever. I'm looking forward to it. I'm still having fun. I'm going to look forward to it, but it's like Diablo has such high expectations of me. Like when I walk into Lost Ark and I don't like Lost Ark, it's like, okay, obviously, who cares? You know, when I walk into Last Epoch or Warhammer or whatever, it's just like, okay, this isn't for me. It's like, sure, fair. Well, who cares? But Diablo, I was just like, oh, God, I really wanted this to be for me. So, it's fine. We're gonna have fun regardless. So, today, we're taking Yuna. Excuse me, young lady. Where did you learn that language? Where did you learn that tone with me? Who taught you to talk back like that. You ask nicely for me to hold your chew, and I'll do it. You want me to hold your chew? Okay. All right. Here you go. Yeah. That's all she wanted. That's all she wanted. Yeah. Shut up, Ella. Not thanking Ella for the sub. So, today, we are going to get back into it. We are going to slam some sketches today. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good day. I'm looking forward to it. Won't be a particularly long stream, but we'll try and get through a couple, maybe 3 or 4. And I'm ready, man. I'm ready. Giveaway, sketch giveaway. There we go. All right. There it is. Exclamation sketch for the first slot. For those who don't know, which I don't know who doesn't know at this point in time, we're going to be doing weapons, items, things of magic, in addition to locations today. I think I want to do locations. Everything I'm going to do with the mindset of dark fantasy, let's face it. So if that's not something that you're into today, I don't know, man. Good luck. Descriptions of the item itself, and only descriptions of what it does. Visual descriptions will be disqualified. I've been letting things go recently. I've been letting y'all off, man. Sometimes I'm getting some visual descriptions of shit, and I'm like, it's okay. Today, I got no... I will take no shit for that, all right? Visual description, done. Hitting reroll button. The second I get like, oh, it's made of bone, and it's black, and it has skulls on... No, we're done, okay? I'm hitting reroll. Locations, obviously, some visuals are okay. You know, some very basic vibe check, things like that. Tell me who built it, what it is, whatever. Small things like runes, locations, like monuments and gates and fountains are better than things like giant cities, which we can't really draw on stream in an hour. So keep that in mind. But there is 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in the roll. And keep in mind that my problems with Diablo so far are from the perspective of somebody who likes Diablo 3 and like that fast-paced combat and like the combat in Lost Ark, you know? And I don't really know who Diablo 4 is for, you know? It seems like the entire game is sort of a reaction to Diablo 3 hate. The thing that I don't know is what I don't know that well is how like Path of Exile Diablo 3 is, or Diablo 4 is, because I don't really play Path of Exile. I played a little bit of it. Honestly, the game looked like shit. The game visually looked like shit, and I'm an artist, so I rate the visuals and the feel of the game of what I'm getting back from it very highly. And so if the game's art looks like shit, it better have a good excuse, like it was made in the year 2000, like Diablo 2 or whatever. So Lost Ark, I played it for a little while. I was like, this isn't for me. That's fine. People love it. Happy for them. Happy it exists. Happy ARPGs are gifted Lost Ark. But I'm wondering if, from a gameplay perspective, if Diablo 4 is more, or sorry, Path of Exile. Sorry, not Lost Ark. Path of Exile. I'm wondering if Path of Exile is more the player base that Diablo 4 is made for, which I could see. Path of Exile is the biggest ARPG, even bigger than Lost Ark or Last Epoch or any of those other games. But I don't know. I'm really interested to see how it evolves, how the gameplay evolves as I get higher level. And maybe the big mistake is that I played a melee class. Maybe the big mistake is I played Barbarian or a really slow melee class, and I should have played something better, more into a style that I wanted. But we'll see. I'm still having fun. I still want to leave last sort of like, you know, thought on it is that I still want to say that it is fun. I'm enjoying it. I don't regret buying it, and I am having a great time with it. It's just maybe not everything I wanted, you know, but very few things are, right? World of Warcraft Dragonflight was what I wanted. Shadowlands was not, you know? So it's very rare for you to find a game, I think, that is exactly what you want. I don't know. I kind of miss when like a new game would come out and you would just sort of like, you were just kind of like ready to be impressed. Because like, when was the last time that a franchise, and I think this might be very timely in me saying this, but when was the last time a franchise came up with a new game that was like, that met the hype, that everyone was like cracked out on and said, this is the best thing ever. These games are awesome. This game was just awesome too. Because I think that maybe Zelda is maybe that example. Because it seems like everybody who's playing Zelda is loving it for all the same reasons they loved previous Zelda games. So that might be the anomaly. But like, I can't think of any other franchises or whatever where the newest game out in that franchise is like a one that everybody who played that franchise loves. You know, where it's like, man, I've been playing Pokemon for 20 years. And Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, ooh, boy, was that the best Pokemon game I've ever had. You know, like it just no one said that about Scarlet and Violet. Scarlet and Violet is nobody's favorite Pokemon who's over the age of 13, right? It is nobody's favorite Pokemon. And people who are like, you know, in their late teens are like, oh, I remember X and Y, or I remember whatever. People who are like older in their like 20s to 30s are like, oh, I remember Gold and Silver or whatever, you know. But like, I can't think of any game franchises that are like that. StarCraft 2, that was like 15 years ago. Yes, but Elden Ring, well, Elden Ring's a new franchise. Divinity, man, was that long ago? We have to go that far back to look at like games like Divinity. Are Assassin's Creed games still dope as hell? People still fucking love Assassin's Creed games, you know? Elden Ring swayed a lot of the Souls community. Would you say that because I would consider Elden Ring not like continuation of Dark Souls. Like, yeah, I know, I understand, but I would say that's a different franchise. You know, the only last two games that I truly enjoyed with zero hesitation were Jedi Fallen Order and WoW Legion. Damn. Yeah, apparently Jedi Survivor is great. You know, besides all the technical issues, apparently people are playing it are fucking loving it. I can't wait to jump into it when it's not $80 or whatever. So, makes curious why age like that. Black Flag was good. Can confirm. I had a buddy who loves Assassin's Creed franchise. And is it still great? Like, are people still losing their mind, fucking excited as all hell to play 80 hours of Assassin's Creed every time a new game comes out? Because that'd be sick, man. It went downhill when they started adding stupid purple swooshies on the weapons. Peaked at Black Flag. Okay, so I wanted to play Black Flag. I played Assassin's Creed 1 and 2, and then I stopped after that for no good reason. I don't remember why, but I stopped playing Assassin's Creed after 2, and every time one comes out, I'm excited about it. I see Black Flag, I see Valhalla, I see the cool like England one or the French one or whatever. They all look cool to me. But Black Flag was one of the Assassin's Creed games where I was like, I really do want to try this. So, was Black Flag universally loved? Is it a good time? Horizon Zero Dawn was amazing, but I'm talking about franchise stuff, like you know, like Divinity, Horizon, games like that have like one game in the franchise, you know, and then the second game is also good. That's great. But I'm talking about like larger franchises. We're talking the Pokemons, the Call of Duties, the Warcraft, the Diablo. We're like at least 3 games in the franchise, I think, is what the sort of the minimum requirement here needs to be. But I don't know. That's like, I'm not looking to be pessimistic here. I'm actually looking for like, I'm hoping that there are communities of game lovers where when that game comes out, everybody's hyped as fuck. And that, you know, because I want to like find those places where the developers are consistently delivering the good shit every time, right? Mario's actually good. You know what? That is so. Dogness, you're right. Nintendo does seem to deliver pretty reliably, right? Everyone kind of digs, except maybe Mario Party. People have big opinions on Mario Party, but it seems like every other major Nintendo first party franchise seems to be doing pretty well when it comes out. So, all right. The winner, while we figure out if games are still good, the winner of the first sketch is the on time to the stream, not currently playing Diablo, not taking the day off from work to just play video game. And that is now figuring X, it X all X out. What's up, Mel? How you doing, Mel? What do you want today? What can I do for you today? What can I draw? Mel, this is the start of a new era. This is going to be sketch number 404. So I feel like we should just skip 404. We're going to skip 404. We're going to do sketch 405 because somebody in like a year or two is going to see that and go, they're going to see like, wait, sketch 401, 402, 403, 405. Where's 404? Oh, page not found. and it's that that I'm gonna do this for. And it's not gonna be anytime soon. I'm not trying to farm Keck W's in chat. I'm not trying to make anybody happy today. I'm trying to make somebody who years later looks at this, notices that I thought I was clever by not doing a 404, and goes, heh. And that's it. That's all I want. What's up, Victus? How you doing, buddy? What's up? Final Fantasy, I don't know if anyone cares about that nerdy stuff, though. I don't know. I mean, like, Final Fantasy, we'll have to see. People didn't like 15, you know? People didn't like 13. People didn't like 11. They liked 12. They didn't like 13. They liked 14. They didn't like 15. So we'll see if 16 is any good. I don't know. But I think even a bad Final Fantasy game is still good. Like games, right? You know, started early. Did I really? My idea is actually fitting for 404. Honestly, it's 405. There's no 404. We're skipping 404. All right. What's your idea? What are you doing, Mel? Tell me your tales. You scrolling through one day and see the skip number, and I'll chuckle. Yeah, there you go. See exactly. A single Keck. Cool. It has to be years from now, though. Art Archivist in the future. Where is 404? The lost piece. Because like the HTML code, like 404 or any of the 400 codes or whatever, they won't know what the fuck that means in 100 years. They'll just not understand why there was a break in the sequence. Behold, Shale Manor. Sitting on top of a towering hill overlooking the rocks, the manor looms over a small town constantly shrouded in mist with hints of light from the town barely peeking through. There are consistent shadows looming inside the manor, but supposedly the people never leave. A manor. A manor. All right, we're drawing a manor. I like it. Yuna, stop being a goblin. This is... Okay, hold on. This is what I'm dealing with right now. When I say Yuna, stop being a goblin, this is... You don't know, man. So I'll show you. This is what I'm dealing with. This... Oh, that's a... What the fuck? What's my camera doing to that? What is my camera doing to that? Hold on. Let's put in stream topics. Wait. Why is my camera making it all purple and shit? Hold up. Y'all don't think that that I'm serious when I got... Oh my god, there's so many Discord DMs. Oh boy. Stream topics. Yeah, alright. This is La Goblina. Did not post? Oh, I posted in mod chat. Whoops. Keck. Okay, there we go. There we go. Why do I think that was stream topics? How to make that mistake? Look, this is what I deal with. All right. She's upside down, desperately chewing on her chew while trying to push off of me, like trying to push off of my foot with her feet. This is the goblin. This is what I'm dealing with right now. I'm trying to focus on art and streaming for the Dragon's Claim, the Arenam Spectatoribus. I have this goblin on her back, just chewing this beef chew, okay? Like her fucking life depends on it, as if she doesn't have food. Dude, some dogs, you gotta figure it out whether your dog it needs to graze or whether they need set meal times. With our dog, the vet's just like, your dog's a grazer, she needs to graze, there's no problems, you know, make sure she always has food. We're like, great, cool. We tried just the feeding times, didn't work for her. So she has food. It's like she has an entire bowl of food downstairs that she can go eat at any point in time, but she's eating this chew as if the fact that she has this chew is some kind of like beef gold that she needs to consume, otherwise she dies. Like, this is... All right. Okay. Dramatic manner. Got it. Dramatic, spooky, enchanted matter. Wait, not enchanted. Shit. Where is the last time we did... Where's our frame? There's our frame. All right. Spooky Manor. All right, what do we expect from Spooky Manors? Frame, recall layer frame, recall layer line work. We're gonna get our pencil sketch. We have it. We have it. We're already there. Okay. Chewa's life. I mean, she's a goblin. It's true, Senix. What's up, Cal? Wait. There were cool beans here. I don't know who you're talking to. They might have been talking about chat, but if it was streamers, I don't know. I've never referred to myself as a bean. That's more of a faith thing, but I could be one day if I tried hard enough, maybe. Okay, let's do... I know what I need. I need gothic, dark fantasy shit. So... This is what I wanted. Yeah, okay. All right, perfect. Perfect. Okay. All right, I found what I wanted. We do a little forest creeping around it. And we'll do so like a path leading up to the gates and have the manor in behind. So let's figure out about center. It doesn't need to be exactly center. I'm not worried about that. We'll sketch out a very brief sort of like idea for what our manor might look like. We're gonna do like a large house with like wings, you know? It's gonna have actual turrets and spires and shit. And we gotta do a gate. What the fuck, Yuna? Why Bork? What is there to Bork at? What did you hear? Alright. Alright, whatever. Just go downstairs. No longer my problem. Now is an Ella problem. Oh, never mind. She's back. All right, so we're going to quickly sketch out our gate, and then we'll figure out what the actual details in the manor look like. I just want to get everything in there, the basic shapes, before we start going super deep into it. Look at these like gargoyles or some shit, you know? You know? Is Drawing not streaming Diablo 4? What world is this? Izelia, I talked about it, and yeah, I mean, I wanted to stream today, obviously. I missed last Friday, and I didn't want to do anyone dirty, and I missed 2 Fridays in a row. But it's fun. I'm enjoying Diablo 4. It's not quite as... I don't know. Not quite what I wanted, but I think that's a problem with me and ARPGs now. I think ARPGs have outgrown what I wanted in an ARPG. So I have this feeling like I will never really fall in love with a new ARPG, because it's just what the market wants and what I want are just different things. And I was actually thinking about this last night when I was playing. I was considering how leveling up. So we're playing on World Tier 2, which is like the harder mode, which I think maybe is part of the mistake, which is why things feel like grindy and a bit of a slog. But we're playing on World Tier 2, and I think that maybe it's going to be more fun if we play on World Tier 1. We might actually kill stuff faster. There's no real reason to play on World Tier 2, though, as far as I'm concerned, because everything kind of auto-scales to whatever level you're at. If it's a level 15 dungeon, you go in at level 17, you're not going to roll it. Everything's going to be level 17. It's going to be minimum level 15, but you're going to roll it. And I was thinking about this, about how in games like that, why do people like that? Why do people like where they can go anywhere? And it's like you can pick each of these quests and you go there and the quest will be scaled for you and you can do whatever you want and whatever way you want. And there you go, man. You just play the game and now you're chilling. And I thought, why do people like this? Because I miss the days in RPGs where you could grind and you could like say, hey, this is a bit hard. I want my new abilities before I go here. I'm gonna grind out a little bit. I'm gonna kill some boars or whatever in the Baron, the Blood Moor or whatever, or the Barons or some shit, whatever game you're playing. And then I'm going to go and you know, then we're gonna go crush it. People don't like that anymore. And I realized that if I made a game like that, people would not want it. They wouldn't dig it. And it's like, I had this realization where I could see people criticizing a game like that where you have to sort of like level up in a certain way or whatever, or you could grind out your levels if you wanted to. I could see them saying that that was bad game design, that that's not fun and whatever. But for me, that's like what I wanted in some cases. And it was like a very interesting moment where I had this realization of like, huh, what I want out of games now is not what the average person wants out of games now. And so games might not be like made for me anymore, and I have to be okay with that. But like, I feel like that's the case now, is that this is just, games have just sort of changed, right? And if you like that older school style of game, you're not gonna get it back anymore. You know, you're just sort of like, your time has faded to the wind, you know? What program is this? BT, I'm using Photoshop. We're on Photoshop today. Basically every day is on Photoshop. What do you want in an RPG? What I want in an RPG, Dashto, is I want to feel like progression matters a little bit more as far as like combat and skills. Remember like leveling up skills in Diablo 2? You'd unlock a new skill and then you'd level that skill up, and like as you leveled up multi-shot, it would become more of an AoE ability. As you leveled up your, like, for instance, I'm playing Hammer of the Ancients or whatever. The Hammer of the Ancients is not, the skill itself does not improve as we level up. You can put ranks into it, but as soon as I put rank 5 into it, it's like it's done. You know? And the selections of how the ability is augmented don't actually affect your gameplay, really. It's like my hammer has a chance to stun dudes now. Woo. Like, who cares, right? And I don't know. That's like kind of disappointing, is that it feels like there's not really any progression in the leveling experience. Though I will say that maybe that there is a chance that maybe Diablo is not meant to be a game like that where the leveling is supposed to be like a fun experience. And that kind of sounds ridiculous, but it could be true. And if it is the case, that's just kind of something we need to accept about it, I guess. Are both with better loot to reward grind mode? I don't think you can offer both, though. I see what you're saying, and it's very reasonable, Sam. But I don't think you can really offer like multiple gameplay modes. I think you have to have like one mode, and like that's the way everyone plays it. That's the game, you know. I don't think you can really have that like, God, I don't know how to describe it. That option, because one will get optimized out of use, you know. Favorite part of Diablo 3 is grinding and planning on my build and farming specific gear. Yeah, I think it is. It for me that was one of my favorite parts of Diablo 3 too. And I don't know why Diablo 4 doesn't feel like it has that in it for me, you know? Uh-oh. Oh, great. Photoshop froze. We just gotta let it think about what it's doing. Okay, there we go. It's now doing the thing where it'll try and move the thing until it stops. And then I can control Z it. BT, I'm working on a sketch request from somebody in chat for a Dark Manor. There we go. Okay, see? That's all I had to do. We just had to wait it out. We just had to wait it out. This is so dumb. Ever since I reinstalled Photoshop, it's been kind of stupid. Oh. All right. Okay, now we can merge all these together. Merge layers, and we can merge them down into our line work layer. All right, now we're cruising. Because don't forget, these sketches are about speed, man, so we have to cheaty pants occasionally. Cheaty pants in order to get where we're trying to go. It's too dark fantasy. Yeah, we went too dark fantasy. It crashed the entire program, man. Almost. I asked for dark fantasy, and I suppose Photoshop delivered. I understand this concept of farming for gear in Diablo. Do certain mobs drop certain things? Do you just kill everything until you get what you need? Certain mobs will drop certain things late game. Right now, you just kind of like hope that you can get gear that is useful for you, which is fun, but also shitty if you get stuff that really isn't. You know, like Ella got a source or a focus or whatever it is for her wizard or sorcerer or whatever the fuck they're called. That was really good for her off of like a boss. And I got something that was absolutely trash. I don't remember what Dasher got. And so we all got a legendary, but we all didn't walk away with a useful legendary, if you know what I mean. So the skill tree seems quite restrictive. I don't like how you have to have a generator, spender, defensive, etc. And if you get more than one, you can't use it because you're locked at 6 action bar slots. Yeah, I don't know. I understand the point of the framework, but it does feel, yeah, a little restrictive. I think you're right. That was my first Diablo, so I literally know nothing. That's awesome. Like here's the thing: if you've ever played the RPG before, Blaze, you're either gonna like Diablo's style or not. Whether you've played a Diablo game before or not, it's kind of irrelevant. I think. Because the Diablo 4 doesn't really feel like a Diablo 3 or Diablo 2 or whatever game, so it's kind of hard to say that if it would matter or not for you to have tried other Diablo games. I'd say probably not, though. But if you're enjoying it, that's awesome. Because don't get me wrong, I'm sitting here not saying that it's the greatest game I've ever played, the greatest experience I've ever played. I'm still having fun, right? It's like Pokemon Scarlet. I didn't say many great things about Pokemon Scarlet because Pokemon has such a vastly difficult reputation to live up to. I still think that Pokemon Scarlet is a much better game than like most games that came out that year, last year, whatever. It just isn't necessarily as good as it should have been for Pokemon games, if you know what I mean. So it kind of like restricts or limits how you can talk about it. Because it's like, do you talk about it in the context of Pokemon games, in which case Pokemon Scarlet and Violet were trash? Or you talk about it in the context of games in general, in which case they're great. Like a bad World of Warcraft expansion is still, unfortunately, a better RPG than we get most days of the week. You know? An error because you skipped 404, ironic. Yeah, it has that error whenever I try and use a certain hotkey to copy paste things. Because you can like hold Alt, Control and Alt, and you can try and copy something. But I accidentally actually unironically hit that. This could have ended my stream today. And you should be able to like it automatically copies so you can move a new selection of whatever it is you've copied. It should work in theory. But in practice, since I restarted Photoshop or reinstalled Photoshop, it hasn't worked. Hey, Lord Venus. Haven't you made it to the first town yet? You haven't made it to the first town? To Kjolvashad? Or whatever? Damn, bro, you gotta get in there. Okay. Front gates can take a little bit longer than it should, but it's necessary, I think, to frame our piece here. For our dark manor. Kind of Leoric's manor-y? I don't know. Not as grand. You don't have time to do anything that grand. Control J and merge later. Said to be safe. Yeah, I wish that the hotkey worked. I don't understand why it doesn't. Because it worked, and then I reinstalled Photoshop, and then it just doesn't work anymore. Join the revolt? Aw, man. Do we have to fear Diablo 4 spoilers here? Nah. Nah, I give everybody a month for video games. You got a month to play a game. After a month, we'll talk about it. Kovashad is not a spoiler, though. The first town. You get there within the first 15 minutes of gameplay. But yeah, we give people a month for spoilers, and then for TV shows, it's about a week or so, and for movies, it's about a month, and for Critical Role, it's around 3 to 4 years. So, guy in a cabin, also not a spoiler, just a guy in a cabin. Yeah, that's true. I am enjoying the story, though. I will say that. I think the Spider-Man movie was very good. Oh, was it? Excellent. Oh, that's right. You went and saw it last night. So this one is one of the animated ones, right? This is like the sequel to the last Spider-Verse movie that everybody liked. I haven't seen a Spider-Man movie in decades, it feels like. But everyone said that Into the Spider-Verse or the Spider-Verse, whatever the fuck the last one was called, with Miles and all the bonus Spider-Man or whatever, that was like one of the best ones ever. That I should go see it. But the problem is that involves going to a theater. And instead of going to a theater, I could sit at home and play Diablo. So, I never did. But I did play a lot of Diablo 2. I also know a lot of my takes about Diablo might sound like boomer takes, and that's okay. It's like old man yells at cloud. Diablo 2 player not pleased with game 20 years later. These are also great. The new Spider-Man games, they look fun. Like, Spider-Man inherently, I think, is a great mechanic for a game. Like Batman, they had to like make an entirely new combat system that feels like not necessarily Batman specific, and isn't Batman specific to make the Batman games good. But Spider-Man has like a very sort of interesting feel to it, where a Spider-Man game is like, if you just intuitively make the mechanics reflective of the abilities, then it's just like the experience of being Spider-Man is more fun than the experience of being like Batman or Superman or whatever. So yeah, the games are always dope. Haven't played them. God, I haven't played so much shit, man. There's just so many games and whatnot that I'm just not interested in. I feel like I'm missing out on everything. I feel like I'm missing out on common pop culture, like, and common nerd culture so hard. It's like everything I'm into is so stupid and niche that I really feel left out sometimes of the fun of, like, you know, when you're in high school and you go see a new Pirates of the Caribbean movie or like a new Marvel movie or whatever with all your friends and you're all excited about it and you all quote the movie for the next week at school. I love that shit. And I don't have anything against mainstream pop culture. The only thing I have against mainstream pop culture is Funko Pops. Funko Pops collectors are unforgivable, but everything else with mainstream pop culture, I'm not actually mad about. Lots of like out of the mainstream nerds are like, they think so highly of themselves. They think they're so cultured and interesting because they're not like into Marvel movies or whatever. But it's like, you're not cultured or interesting. You're just not into Marvel movies. That's just all it is, right? And so I kind of feel that way with a lot of stuff. You know, especially like revolving around games and movies. I'm just kind of like, I just like wish I was into it, you know? You enjoy the movie? Fuck yeah. That's like to hear. What's up, Steel? I won't spoil anything for the movie, but plot-wise, but it went in a direction I was not expecting. See, I'm curious. See, I like to know. I'm because I probably won't ever see it. I'm curious to, but I don't know how to say this. I'll probably never watch it, but I'm like interested in it. That makes sense. So I'd like to know what they were doing, you know, for the movies or whatever. But I'm not ever like worried about spoilers. Obviously, you know, we're not gonna spoil it because of people in chat who might go see the movie, who actually probably will. I don't know what kind of fucking spooky ass gothic windows we want to do. How Diablo do we want to get? Because I almost did like some fucking Church of the Light shit. Almost did like a big fucking ring at the top, and then wait, I saw that in Diablo yesterday. Hold up, that doesn't work. But yeah, anyway, I really want to like keep up on it and know what's going on and shit, but I just like won't ever watch it, so it's like not an issue for me, I guess. I am happy they are still doing animated movies for Spider-Man. I wish they still did animated movies for like Justice League and shit like that. Not that I'd ever go watch them, but I just sometimes you like to know that things happen or whatever. Makes you happy knowing that it exists in the world. Alright, we're gonna have our big turrets in the background, but we have some spiky boys in the foreground. Some play a Spider-Man game was on the PlayStation 2. Unfortunately, the last time I played a Spider-Man game was also on the PlayStation 2. And it was the first Spider-Man game. I remember in that game, all I did was run around New York. I didn't want to actually play the game. I didn't care. I just wanted to, like, get on top of buildings and shit like that. What a great experience in a game when you don't actually want to play the game. The, like, mechanics of the game are so fun that you just want to, like, sit around playing with the mechanics the entire time. Like, that I think is a mark of an absolutely great game. What's up, Guapo? How you doing, buddy? Guapo, are you playing Diablo 4? You always request, like, creepy church shit. So I feel like you'd have, like, an affinity for Diablo 4. Considering the entire game is based on creepy church shit in the beginning. 100% that's Red Dead Redemption 2 for me. Yo, yeah, actually, I've heard that. I've heard people say that. That, like, Red Dead, the fun of Red Dead is just, like, wandering around, like, existing in the world. And that's sick. Like, I love that. I love that exists for people who want it, you know? At home, but yeah, looking forward to playing it. There's another open beta, right? No, it's out today. It's out for early access. So if you paid for the pre-order of the fancier edition, you can get it today. So, but I'm sure you could maybe ask one of your friends that works at Blizzard for some assistance. I'm sure it wouldn't be that big of an issue. Actually, I might. The store might not be open anymore. Actually, I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Either way, you should get in, Guapo. You really like it. Also, what is the deal with all the creepy church shit? You're always asking me for, like, fucking relics and shit. I have to, like, run by an entire faction of paladins with you to figure out if they're creepy enough, you know? Red Dead 2 was supremely designed game, and I refuse to beat it because then I know I will almost never pick it up again because my brain does that. That's tragic. Yeah, I feel this... Dude, okay. I feel the same way about some games. But I did it anyway, and now I can't go back to them. Like Mass Effect Andromeda, I was like, I'm just going to go through the story real quick and whatever, and then I'm going to go back and do all the fun stuff later. I did not do the fun stuff later. I just beat the game, and I never picked it up again. And I tried to later, and I was like, eh. You know, meh. Like, what a meh for me. It was so disappointing. Also, wait, what do you mean you just got back? Were you gone somewhere? Did I miss something? I thought you went away like a while ago. I've been just so out of the fucking loop. Went away again, Kappa? Okay. Got it. Got it. Got it. Well, I'm glad you're home safe. Then, in that case. God knows if you were going on a business trip. That's always dangerous as fuck. Alright. Spooky Manor, door. Let's do... I know what we're gonna do. Just kind of making shapes up, man. We're just figuring out what we're doing as we go. Shade it all in later. Part of church shit, I just think that symbolism has been part of Western culture for so many centuries. It's intertwined with our psyche as Hellenism is the classics. You can evoke a feeling of emotion with it. That's interesting because I agree on such a deep level. I agree on such a deep level that I research this shit sometimes extensively. To try and like optimize, I guess, storytelling for Eldara. And for like the Paladin Order I'm working on, they're basically all based off of like a super intense, deep, like Ukrainian Orthodox sort of vibe. Which is of course then gonna be dark and creepy and shit on top of it, which is gonna be awesome. Hold up, we got some windows in here, man. I want them to feel like blades. Also, I can't believe you unironically used the word Hellenism and got away with it. Like, that's actually impressive. This trauma, I mean, maybe, I don't know. There's a lot more at peace with this, just use part of their history and culture and don't believe in God. Americans are a lot more uncomfortable about it. That's true, actually. Yeah, I found that when I talk about sort of like the using religious symbolism in my in my fantasy work or whatever, a lot of the times there's like a lot of any kind of like maybe discomfort comes from almost exclusively like Americans, which is like interesting, you know, interesting. It's not going to limit what I do because I still think that like, because taking consideration that like I'm Ukrainian, so the Orthodox Church is not necessarily something that is like a part of my daily life or whatever, but it is part of like my culture, like my family's culture, I guess. And so it's not like a big deal. If that makes sense. But the symbolism is just like culturally there, which is like, I don't know, maybe it's a different, a deviation perhaps from how a lot of North Americans view like religious symbolism. Ukrainian ancestry too? Yeah, so you get it. It's like so much of what we did, like even like Kai, all the like the bread that our, you know, our grandmothers made and shit around like holidays. It's all the bread all has a deep root in the Orthodox religion. But like people are just like, oh, Ukrainian bread go burr, yummy, like whatever. So I never like run away from that because it's like entwined within the culture. Like you can't make something that's Ukrainian culture without having reference to the Ukrainian church in some ways. Like even when I was designing Rosa, like here's a character that I based off of sort of a Ukrainian like my Ukrainian heritage. Rosa. The embroidery pattern that you see on Ukrainian like clothing, the embroidery around any of the openings, so around the collar and around the I mean she has like obviously like a short blouse on, but like around the cuffs as well, that's all like religious based. It's not just like pretty Ukrainian patterning. That like is part of like church shit. So I don't know. Sometimes I get flack for using that symbolism, but very rarely from anybody who's like from Europe or whatever. It's looking to say purpose for the manor. Fuck yeah. Like to your Mel. We had to fight over Europe religions. We got all conflict out of our system. Yeah, true. True. Not all of it, but most of it, yeah. Last symmetry used. Okay. All right, hold up. I think it's very difficult to make good fantasy without some sort of like traditional references to history. I lean into it where I can. Okay. Need to grab this and snap it on the other side. Like that.
If you're an artist, how come you never draw the out? Oh, the
what? What the What the fuck does that even mean? I feel like I'm not smart enough for this insult. Like is that the point? Is that... What? Did Ashley just beat me in 5D chess? I mean, thank you for the 100 bits. Like, top deck the card, like, draw the... Oh, God. Okay. Oh, my God. You're such a loser. Oh, God. Okay. Fucking... Way to overthink it, Evan. Okay. All right. Fucking Ashy. All right. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for that. That's enjoy physio, Thorkin. Go big, Giga Chad. God damn it. All right. Ashley's such a loser. Evan. Yeah, true. Yeah, true. Yeah. What about it? What about it? Ashley, are you playing Diablo with Ulner, or are you just chilling? I didn't think I asked you if you were gonna be playing it as well. If it was just Ulner being Ulner. Which case that's fine, but you know, I just feel like I need to know. We need to have a conversation about this if you are. You don't have it? Yeah, fuck that game. Fuck that loser nerd game. What kind of loser nerd would play Diablo? Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Ashy. It's for hosers, as we say in Canada, if you're also over the age of 60. Somebody in their 40s in Canada just got mad at me. I could feel it. All right. Oof. Might not be able to do too much lighting on this, but I think we can get the design down. Good to see you, Ashley. I have no idea. I have no idea if I'm going to stream Diablo 4 at all, but I'll definitely watch Ulner if she does. I want to get her like take on. I want to talk to Ulner. What I need to do is I need to make the Diablo 4 podcast, the official Diablo 4 podcast on Twitch. I need to talk to Ulner about it. See what she thinks. There are mixed impressions all around, or if it was just on my end. Because, oh boy, do I have mixed feels. Like, giga mixed feels about D4. It does make me more dark fantasy, though. So I am craving ashy Elden Ring streams, not gonna lie. Okay, some quick hatching, and then we'll be good. We'll be good. We'll be almost there. This isn't dark fantasy enough. There's no like people hanging from their thumbs from gallows or some shit. I'm not Diablo enough. We're just gonna get darker and darker as the day goes on, until I draw like a thrall with like his eyes and tongue cut out, and his hands like nailed to boards in front of him that he's using to like pound the wheat for the Paladin Order in the north of the Shattered Sea. At that point, we might be dark enough. It's because this is... Wait, this is Purgatory for my homebrew? The manor is the heart of Purgatory? Man, you put Purgatory in a manor? What are you doing? There's so many places you could put Purgatory. You could put Purgatory in, like, you know... you could put Purgatory in, like a well? Or Purgatory in, like, a coffin? You're putting Purgatory in a mansion that's got like Wi-Fi and 5G and shit. They got access to like running water. Bro, if Purgatory is a mansion, sign me the fuck up. Like, I'm there. I'm down. I dig it. Alright, 405. Completed. There it is, bro. 404, fuck it. We skipped it. We skipped it. Glad you like him out. Thanks for the idea. That was cool. That was a lot of fun. Dark Mansion to start our day off is actually a pretty good start for considering today's going to be mostly dark fantasy. EBA art. Where's the channel? EBA sketchbook. $405 for figuring it all out. Boom. Boom. There it is, dude. Number 405. Done. All right. Complete. You did a thing? You definitely did a thing. Thank you, Mel. That was awesome. Cool. All right. Good warm-up for the day. I'm going to go quickly refill my water while sketch number 2 is up. Exclamation sketch. You know the rules. You know the rules, bro. No visual descriptions for items. And for weapons and for locations. Smaller contained stuff that we can do in an hour. So, cool. I will be right back. All right. Is it closed? 10 seconds. I got back in time. I'm gonna hit it the second it ends. I'm hitting it. No drama today. Nothing. The second it lights up. Wait. Now. Garthen. 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 Congratulations, Garthen. You are the winner of sketch number 406. Did I tell you guys I was only going to 500 and I was ending requests? Did I announce that yet? I don't think I did. Am I kidding? You don't know. Garth, what would you like? What would you like? Locations, items. What do you got, bro? Finally? Yeah, true. Holy shit, man. True. Bro, you have no idea what Fan Art Fridays are going to be like. You have no idea how good Fan Art Fridays are going to be like. Request streams? Oof. Who does that anymore? You know? What do you got, Garthen? What are you doing, buddy? What do we got? You doing Dark Fantasy? You want a claymore designed for a ancient skeletal king to summon the dead back from their servitude in life? Do you want a monument to a fallen god, forgotten from the ages, overgrown, and left to the the knells of history? Do you want like a spoon or some shit? A ghost ship? A whole ass ship? Do a ship. Like kind of a location. Sure. What does the ship do? Tell me more. Is it just a ghost ship, or is there like, is there anything unique about it? Or is it just like a ghost ship? We just draw a ghost ship, I guess. You know. Is this like a, I don't know, any other lore behind it, or are we just smashing a fucking ghost ship? I'm down, bro. I'm down. I just want to make sure that there's no other like, you know, there's no other information here that I might be missing. Because ghost ship seems cool. Ghost ship. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. God damn it. Whoops. No. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Okay, it didn't crash. It almost crashed, though. You saw it. It wanted to crash. It thought about it, too. Generic ghost ship is good? Alright. Ghost ship we do. Ghost ship we do. Busy, thank you for hanging out today. Appreciate you. Thanks for chilling. Have a good weekend. I'll catch you on the other side. Until then. Rest up. Alright. Gotta give it a theme. More than that, you go with Eldritch Ghost Ship. An Eldritch Ghost. Oh shit. Let's see. We have to make it spooky somehow. It can't just be unspookied. It has to be spookied. All right. I know what we're doing here. We're going to do a little misty creep in our ship across the water. Because that makes it more dramatic. Okay. And then I don't know why. I just want to draw everything as an airship right now. I need to stop. It's consuming me. Drawing airships recently. I swear. I kind of want one of the locations that we stop on the journey on race to be. It's not really a race, but the journey. I kind of want it to be like an airship, or whatever, that's docked and like resupplying people. Something along those lines. Just so I have an excuse to draw an airship for this shit. Do airship? Nah, it's all good. It's all good. I'm just saying, like, my desires for things have been tainted by airships. You can do like a misty ghost ship coming out of the swirling darkness. I have ideas. Okay. We're going to draw our... Man, this could be kind of ornate, I think. Can you do like a pattern? Nah, screw it. You'd be kind of broke as well. When you think of ghost ship, you don't think of like a perfectly put together galley or something. Think about a ship that's been through some shit, you know? So it needs to be a little bit damaged, a little bit dilapidated. It needs to have like a good old row of cannons or something, or some kind of like... We're gonna draw one. And we'll copy it, even though that's a bad idea. Even though copying shit is usually not a good idea for this Photoshop era we're in. Some kind of ornate looking porthole. Cool. How far they should go forward? Pretty far. And then, is that an alarm layer? No, it isn't. Okay, perfect. And we can do things on a couple of different layers here. We're going to like layer in more and more detail as we go. Via copying shit. If we want to do a good job, we're going to have to do quite a bit of detail. The ships always have that like sort of very busy look to them. I actually always wanted to build a model ship. You know, Elle's really big into like Gundams and models and stuff. I always wanted to build a like a, I don't know, one of the big like $300 kits for some old ship or something like that. The reason I like don't is because I just don't know where I'd put it when I'm done with it. Like you finish this model kit, And now what? It's like Lego. Like I'll never understand Lego. Like I understand it, but ish. But like I'll never relate to it because every time I think about Lego, um, I like have a very how to not sound pretentious. I have a very like strict sort of requirement for like my space and how I like display things. And so like if something like I used to have be the kind of guy that had just like shit everywhere in my like room as a teenager. I had every shelf was covered with some sort of kind of a figure or model or whatever. Every inch of my walls was covered with posters. It was very, very chaotic. And I really hated it. And so when I got my own place, I decided that I was going to curate my space very, very carefully. And so like if I ever have room on a shelf for a figure, it's going to be like something that I really enjoy. And it's like, I don't want to put it next to other things. So I find that when you place things together, it just creates a texture. But when you have something on its own, it creates a piece of art. That's like something you learn in painting that I try and take into, well, just into like my home, I guess. So for me, I don't ever want to have just like a shelf full of 1,000 figures or comics or whatever it is. I want to have like one that looks really awesome and it's framed and there's lighting for it and it's beautiful. And so like I can never build Lego because like what are you gonna do with it? It's like no Lego kit will ever look as good as like a really great figure of the same sort of thing. And if you think so, I'm sorry, that's such copium. If you're talking about like a Lego Millennium Falcon and a Lego, or in like the perfect grade Millennium Falcon kit or whatever, it just ain't it, bro. But the Legos, I'm not saying the Lego's bad. It's just it's fun as hell to build, but it's like, what do you do after you're gonna display it? Like, you put it on your shelf and you have like a shitty Lego kit. Like, okay, cool. You know, they look great, but not like, I don't think good enough to just really take up a piece of space if you only have such a limited amount of space. I suppose it depends on what you want, though. Like, there's lots of people who disagree, and that's fine. But like, if the model shipped, like, where the fuck would I put it at when I'm done, you know? Okay. What is the ship type that you're drawing? Want to know so I have a direction for name? I guess I'm just doing type of galley or, I don't know. Not doing anything like super big, I guess. Yeah, just like a common galley. A nondescript one, I guess, too. Now they're mist rolling in. Okay. Now we're going to try and weather it, make it look all crunched up and stuff. So we're not going to use any sort of symmetry or really any kind of like fancy path for it or whatever. Just lines to imply texture. A lot more artsy Lego models have been nice to see lately, like the bouquets, icon, art sets. I mean, there's a lot. Like Lego's doing a great job. And don't get me wrong, Lego's awesome. But it is like, you know, it's only Lego. No matter how small the pieces get, no matter how good the design is, it's like it's limited by the fact that it's only a fucking Lego set. So if you get like a cool TIE fighter or whatever, it's like, okay, that's cool, but it just can't look as good as like a Bandai model or whatever when it's done, fully painted, finished, whatever. Because the Lego is like, it's a toy. It's a very satisfying process of building the Lego. That's the majority of the reason anybody buys it. Because it's fun to put together. But that's the problem, is that it's fun to put together, but then you just spent how much money on something that, like, what are you supposed to do with your space now? It's just going to occupy your space for the longest time, and you're going to look at it and remember how fun the toy was. But, like, if you have such a limited space, maybe you're, like, rich as fuck and you just have, like, space everywhere and you can just, like, slam, you know, you have, like, cabinets and whatever. Like, hey, I guess, that's fine. But, like, for someone like me, space is very limited, and I have to, like, curate it very heavily. And if you just put shit all over shelves, it just becomes a texture, and you stop focusing on the one thing that you really like, because you just see like a texture of crap, which I kind of have on one of my shelves up here. I kind of like that texture of crap look. But on another shelf that I have where I have some video games that I really enjoy, in box or whatever, I try and limit them heavily. Hey, Win, I want you to draw a Korok getting sent to space. What would you do with this, Ashy? Last time I rigged a roll for you, I got canceled, so... To be fair, that was pretty overt the last time I rigged a roll for you. So, you know. Right? Maybe if it isn't that bad this time, I can do it. I can do it again. We'll see. Okay, getting there. Do tattered ass flags and sails and shit. Imagine it happens again. Oh no, please, please. It can't happen again. If it happens again, it's over for me. Like really. If I rig a roll, jokingly, and then Ashy wins again. Let's face it, I'm not coming back from that one. Okay. So many repeating textures here. It might be worth it, though, for the kick W. Okay. Okay. I think we'll do some fancy ass, like, I don't know, design or some shit. Along some of the sails. And then tattered up. We'll use a pattern brush or something. Try that. Sarcastic Marvel captured on stream. That clip is legendary, I will say. You spin it as I'm a secret max tier patron, so you get more people on the patron, hoping they also get rigged rolls. I mean, to be fair, the top tier, like the absolute top tier patron is in an archived hidden role now on my Patreon. So there is precedent to say that maybe there's like super secret tiers. right? I could do it. I could sell it. I can make it seem legit. Say that you bought the battle pass or something like that. Eternity's Embrace, another really galley that defies mortal perception. Its rotting eldritch hull undulating with strange energy as it sails through stormy waters. The anguished cries of a lost soul echo from its rusted cannons, and the skeleton crew tirelessly labors under the command of an ancient, incomprehensible force. So it's like, mods. Cool. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I dig it. Okay, cool. I like it. I like the lore, Garthen. Yeah, I'm down. I dig it. I don't know about the undulation. I didn't really draw anything undulating on it, but this was up for interpretation. Oh, please, Photoshop. Please, man. Look at this shit. I want to do... Okay. It's such a common tool to use. And it freezes as if it's not a big deal. I don't get why either. Oh, God. Now it's going to do the moving thing. I just have to wait for it, too. We just gotta wait. Okay. Okay. That's so disappointing. Because now we have a billion layers. Oh, whatever. We get to the same place in the end. It's just like, it's so frustrating to have a tool work fine. And then all of a sudden, one day. And my biggest criticism of Adobe is I don't understand how they can't fucking optimize their tool. Like, I understand it's so complex and there's so much going on with it. But, like, other tools, other drawing software just fucking works sometimes. It's like the main reason why I want Photoshop to feel like Adobe to feel like they're under threat from clip. I want them to make the experience of using Photoshop just way cleaner. And not blame things on like, oh, well, hey, man, that's like a lot of, you know, that's, man, I don't know. It's like a lot of stuff going on at that time. Like, I get it. Figure it out. I understand and sympathize with the challenges. Now figure it out. For the sales, I want to do something kind of spooky here. I'm going to see how it works. I want to do like a ghostly sort of like effect as if the sails themselves are like sort of ethereal or something. I should have my rope brush. That would have helped. We're going to do a little base here, and then we'll draw our little ethereal sails on right after. It'll be see-through, almost like flags in the wind. It's like a ghostly force. Tattered cloth, just sort of like flailing in the winds. Do a little fill layer on it or something. We'll just shade in a little bit and see where we get. Touchdown? Wait, what? I'm confused. I'm confused.
That's a great ship. You would think a gold or diamond ship would be cool. You know the best kind of ship? Friendship.
Is it, Rock? Is friendship... Well, thank you for 100 bits. I appreciate that. Can friendship beat, like, a... like a warp drive in powered spaceship? Because someone said, hey, Evan, you can have either the greatest friendship that will ever persist in history, a friend that will be beside you no matter what, that will go down with you, that will, will stand by you, that will go to war with you, that will always be there for you no matter what. The greatest friendship possible. Or the Star Trek Enterprise, USS NC Star Trek numbers. Okay? Like, I don't know. Maybe. But if you said, Evan, you can have the greatest gym bro of your life. Every time you're at the gym, they're also the gym. They get there when you get there, they leave when you leave, and they're always supportive. The greatest gym bro imaginable. But you could give that up forever to have a Imperator class Star Destroyer. I'm choosing the Star Destroyer. NCC 1701, thank you. Of course.
Doesn't know the Star Trek Enterprise numbers.
Nope.
Poser nerd confirmed. I thought he was a real degenerate 4/10 strim.
You know what? If the Trekkies don't like me, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it. Fuck the Trekkies. Yeah, dude, hey, listen. I don't care, man. The Trekkies, like, there's some good ones in there, but, like, I have been rejected by the Trekkie fan base. You know why? Because if you are a Star Wars fan, or sorry, a Star Trek fan, and you also like Star Wars, the Star Wars fans are like, bro, you like Star Trek? That's awesome. Hope you have fun watching Star Trek. Let's watch Star Wars together later. Deal? And you're like, yes. The Star Wars fans are very accepting of Star Trek fans in their fandom. Okay? If you're a Star Trek enjoyer and you're a Star Wars fan, you can go to Star Wars conventions, you can go to the Star Wars meetups, you can go play the Star Wars games, you can do all the Star Wars stuff, and Star Wars fans love you. They think that it's this cool thing that you do. You're also into Star Trek. But the Star Trek fans, if they find out you've even seen a Star Wars movie, they exile you. They don't want anything to do with you, right? So, fuck them. There's some good ones in there, and, I love them. But I'm sorry. The toxicity, it was too much. I can't do it. I had to retire my my Enterprise uniform. My
Don't
TNG era
with the
uniform.
Star Trek trolls bar dumpties.
Listen, dude. Listen. I don't care. If they don't like me, Rock, that's fine. That's fine. Easy the friend. I prefer Voyager. You prefer Voyager? Alright. Voyager's fine. Voyager's fine. Voyager's, I mean, all Star Trek is good. But the Star Trek fans? They're so pissy when they find out that you like Star Wars. And the good ones within the Star Trek fandom know exactly what I'm talking about. They know exactly what I'm talking about because they've been to that convention and they've had their, you know, Kirk era Enterprise uniform on, their little hot science medical officer, whatever miniskirt on, and they've seen the Star Trek fans mauled out because somebody says that they also enjoy Star Wars. And you're like, you can't enjoy both. If you're a Star Trek fan, it means you automatically don't like Star Wars. Right? You can't have phasers and blasters. You know, all right, relax. So, yeah, man. If I have to, like, I didn't want this. I didn't want to be exiled and disavowed by the Star Trek fandom, but I already did. So, you think I care if the Star Trek fans accept me?
When are we getting that hat you are wearing with a crumb dunking a croissant, Evan?
The crumb dunking a croissant? Oh, fuck, the Jordan I was like, wait, what? Like, in coffee? I don't know, man. The hats are... I want to do a Dragon's Claim hat, but they're very expensive. They're very expensive, man. It's not... I don't know if it's worth it. I could do... And I'm pretty sure that Air Jordan would come for me if I use their logo. Or I even referenced it. You know? They would find me. They don't mess around with people using their brand. All right. 406. Something bluff. I was even on my hat. Boom. The ghost ship. All right, Garthen. We have a ghost ship. What works for you? If your players are encountering that anytime soon, I hope they make it out alive. Or you could do something that is, you know, bold and brave and actually TPK your fucking party. Get him out of here, man. Make him roll new characters. Who cares? Get him gone, bro. That's cool. I like that. Ghost, no one asked for a ship before. That's actually, I don't think. That was new, Garthen. I liked it. I had fun. Good request. Maybe we'll paint some later. I don't know. I feel like that one would have been good with color. Jordan Ninja appears behind you. Then starts ugly crying. Yeah. Dude, man, I get hit with the cease and desist so fast, bro. It'd be like faster than a Blizzard game is ruined by microtransactions. Wait, no, faster than MiHoYo makes money. Wait, I mean, shit. All right, complete. I can do my stretches, man. I can't forget to do that shit today. What causes one fandom to take that approach versus the accepting people who like both? I've encountered the same thing in music fandoms, and it always confuses me. I don't know. I think that, you know, okay, I can give you a idea, Sam, as to what my theory is, but my theory does not necessarily apply in a complete broad spectrum, okay? But I think it's little brother syndrome and identifying yourself as not being part of the main, right? So when you say to me, Evan, I fucking love I love scones, bro. I love scones. Scones are great. It's my favorite food. And I say scones are inferior, scones are awful, and scones suck. What you do in your brain is you're like, but so if I like something inferior and shitty and that sucks, does that mean that I suck? Because the thing I enjoy is like not high culture or well accepted or well loved? Oh no, my identity has been tied up in a thing that I like. Uh-oh. Well, now what I need to do is I need to go on the defensive and tell people why the other thing sucks and why the other thing is dumb. So Star Trek fans, or whatever it is, it's in sort of the little brother category because everybody likes the other thing more. You know, it's like Battletech for me as a MechWarrior fan. It's like, Evan, why do you like Battletech, loser? There's no Gundams and titties in Battletech. All right, get out of here, nerd. Right? It's like, oh no, I have to make it seem like BattleTech or Star Trek or whatever thing that you like that's niche is so much smarter, and you just don't get it. You just aren't smart enough to understand BattleTech. You like Gundams because you're dumb. That's why you like Gundams. You don't like BattleTech because you're not smart. You can't understand Star Trek. You can't understand this type of music. You can't understand this like deep whatever thing because you're not smart enough. And then they have to build that sort of that identity, right? Which makes it so they just don't want to accept other people because it's like, oh, you're a Star Wars fan. Well, you're not smart enough to be a Star Trek fan, right? Oh, you're a you know, an EDM fan. Well, you're not smart enough to be a classical music fan or whatever it is. I think that there's that like that sense of identity that applies. You know, it doesn't work for everything, but I see that as a pattern that persists. You know, it's like the mainstream thing is just kind of chill in there, and they don't need to prove themselves, so they just relax and let everybody in, except for Naruto fans. They're the fucking worst, man. They are the mainstream. They still don't like you. So, anyway, sketch number 3. Sketch number 3. Done. To which I would reply, shouldn't we explore new oh fuck. I did the sketch thing and chat got me. New life civilizations and boldly golden has gone before for Star Trek? Wait, what? I'm confused. I think fans are like sports fandoms. Some people build their entire personality around something, so in their counter competing fandom. Oh, when there's a counter competing fandom, it seems like an attack on their way of life personality. Yeah, maybe. I think yeah. It's like an entire a judgment cast upon somebody for the thing that they like. It's like I think it takes a lot of security in yourself to like something that's niche or not popular and be okay with it. But a lot of people, man, yeah, they build their identity on it. That's why they get defensive over like the Marvel versus DC thing or like Star Trek versus Star Wars. You know, D&D versus Pathfinder. There's a lot of Pathfinder nerds that are very like insecure about the fact that nobody likes Pathfinder, you know, and so they try to make it seem like I meme on the joke about how D&D players don't like Pathfinder because they can't add 2 single-digit numbers together, but like it's a joke and everybody who hears it knows it's a joke, except for like maybe one guy who's like gets really mad. That's fine. You know what they say, if you don't get the joke. But I think that a lot of times smaller niches and smaller fandoms and stuff needs to like they need to like I don't know, try and tear down the mainstream because it makes them feel like they're more like they're making good choices with their life. Yuna, hello. What is this goblin? Yuna, what does she want? Why is she staring at me? Yuna, do you want to chew? Oh, now you look away? Okay, I look away. Come get your chew. I'm holding with my foot. Come on. Don't just cry at me. I'm holding your chew for you. You want me to switch ends? You want the other end? That was it? Okay. What a goblin. What a fucking goblin. How you talk about Dag like that? Wait. What am I doing? Am I talking shit about Dag for some reason? Is Dag a big Star Trek fan? Or Pathfinder fan? I don't actually know that much about Dag. I just like Dag. They're doing Dark Fantasy. Did you watch the Candela Obscura? Is that the new Critical Role thing? Because I did not. It looks cool, but I didn't. I'm waiting for like a VOD or some shit to come out on YouTube, and then I'll probably watch it. Is it a single thing, Minako, or is it like a whole series? Yeah. I wants to play. I think she just wants her chew. I'll take her for a big walk after stream, after we're done playing Diablo or some shit. I did say that I would play Diablo with Dashto right after stream today. Which is why I'm not doing a super long stream. Dag's a huge supporter of Pathfinder. Oh! God, I wasn't sure if I was talking Dag for Pathfinder or Star Trek. I could see Dag liking Star Trek. That's... No, I love Pathfinder, but a lot of Pathfinder players are just very like... I don't know. They're very like... It's like if you build your identity on not liking the mainstream thing, that's like pretty weak. You know? Right? It's pretty weak. Because you just don't ever like... You don't ever build like an interesting thing when your identity is just that you're not this other thing, right? It's like Path of Exile. Path of Exile versus Diablo. And Path of Exile is great. I love them. I don't love the game, but I love that GG does it. A lot of times Path of Exile nerds, and I think PoE and GG, they lean into it, the fact that they're not Diablo. So it's like, hey man, do you not like Diablo? Well, you should come over and play our game, because we're not Diablo. Pathfinder does the same thing, I think. Although, maybe not as much. Definitely smaller TTRPGs do. They're like, you don't like D&D? Yeah, me either. Guess what? You should come play random dungeon game. You know, and it's like, when you build your identity on negativity, don't be surprised when your fan base can turn on you and snap like a fucking rabid wolf. All right, and that happened with PoE, where everyone's just like, heh, we're over here not playing Diablo 3 because we're not a bunch of high fantasy pussies. We like darkness in our fantasy. We like grit. And then all of a sudden, PoE does something that they didn't like, and they fucking crucify GGG over it. And GGG's like, what the hell, guys? Why, like, chill. And it's like, you allow too much negativity, and don't be surprised, you know? So when you have that, when you base your entire product or identity or brand on the fact that you're not something else, like, don't be surprised when you have like an extremely negative fan base then for your game or whatever it is. And then it just boils up, you know? It is dark fantasy, yes. Like, I can't believe it's not butter, where the whole brand is not being butter. Well, that's different, okay? Because that's just fucking chemical, and holy shit, man. Dude, Sam, I've removed so much. I basically this summer, I'm like, I'm not eating chemical anymore. And I can't eat anything. I can't eat shit. Do you know how hard it is to not eat chemical? Bro, I'm eating like steak, salt, pepper, and whole butter. That's all I can eat. That's all I can eat now. It's just an entire roast chicken. I'm holding your chew for you, Yuna. Just fucking, damn, bro. It's so hard. All right. Yuna, shut the fuck up. All right? You remember when Imperius, all right, like, teleported to Tyrael and, like, threw him out the fucking heaven? I will do that to your dumb ass if you keep yelling at me. All right? This is why no one likes you. This is why your family gave you up. You're adopted. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I said it. I told you that she was adopted. I don't care. I'll tell her she's adopted every day. Now she's chewing on her chew like a good girl. The winner of sketch number 3 is Ella Block. God damn it. Ella Blackwood. Okay, Ella, what dark fantasy thing do you want today? Oh, dude, you don't like that? But she is adopted. She's adopted, man. What? You know. Are you adopted? Did we steal you from a farm or some shit? Good girl. Yes. Rigged? That's pretty rigged, actually. Yeah. God. Fuck. Now my glove smells like her groomer shampoo. God damn it. I forgot I'm not supposed to touch you today because she still smells like groomer shampoo. I would like you to you'd like me to okay. Wow. Ella would like a sword. Ella would like a sword. She would like a sword that is for a dark paladin order. That's what she would like. Because she likes paladins and she likes swords. So she would like a dark paladin sword. That's what she wants, okay? It's what she wants. It's what she's going to get then. And it might end up being the item for June. I don't know. All right, Ella. Good choice. Good choice, Ella. It's artist's choice. Make it a Diablo 4 Paladin sword. If I make it a Diablo 4 Paladin sword, then I sound like one of the dudes on Reddit being like, why aren't there Paladins? Why aren't there Paladins? Of course there's not Crusaders. We're not in Westmarch, but we're close to Kurast. We're close to where Zakharum is. Why aren't there Paladins, Evan? And I can't sound like a Diablo 4 Redditor. All right. The only thing worse than Star Trek fans shit-talking Star Wars fans is anybody talking about anything to do with their fandom on Reddit. You know I ain't wrong. Although the question does remain then, what is the best, worst Reddit to go on to? Like, which fandom is the absolute worst? Like who hates their game devs the most? You know, where is the best place to get drama? Juicy fucking drama. Via... Wait, what the hell? Oh, there we go. Juicy drama based on fandom. It has to be Genshin, right? Bronies? I mean, wait, did Bronies hate? I thought Bronies loved the show. Or they just hate everything else. Wait. I could see Genshin, though. Who hates their game more? Genshin players or Blizzard? Or Blizzard Games players? God, that's tough, actually. I don't know. Because Genshin players hate everything. They hate their streamers. They hate their devs. They hate the game. They hate the mechanics. They hate each other. They hate Genshin players. They're smaller as a community than like Blizzard game enjoyers, but they hate everything about it. Like, they're almost like League of Legends players that don't even like the champions. You know? Damn. I didn't think about that. Bobby Kotick? But, like, do people hate, like, Uncle Bobby more than they hate, like, Genshin? That's, like, I don't know, man. Genshin players hate everything, bro. It's kind of staggering. I keep hitting E for my eraser key, and it keeps not fucking working. So I just make all these extra dumb lines that are just me trying to erase something. Alright. Requirement for skulls for Dark Fantasy. Rock, dude, thank you for the gift sub. I appreciate it. Congratulations, Izuro. You are now a member of the Dragon's Claim. Officially sponsored by Rockford Author. One of the only 2 people to ever earn the Meme Monarch badge. The title of Meme Monarch of the Dragon's Claim. Thank you, Rock. I appreciate that, man. Thanks, bro. Also love Genshin. Do you? But do you hate them as well? Like, do you, like, hate the Genshin streamers or hate Genshin players? Or, like, what part of Genshin do you hate, though, Nanoy? Bronies love their own ship and hate every other ship? Oh, so Bronies are in deep for their own stuff, but they hate everything else. Is that what it is? Is there something that the Bronies do enjoy? Like have they made peace with anyone? Or do the Bronies just hate everybody?
No worries. Welcome. I know I've been slacking on memeing. I gotta get back to with a few videos, I suppose.
Bro, you're busy, man. What are you doing? It's fine. You're busy as fuck. You're just chilling. Okay? Relax. Relax. Alright? You're good, man. You're just chilling. You've already earned your status. You don't need to prove it again or whatever. You appreciate 100 bits. Bronies can be very toxic, but do they like anything? Like, is there, like, another thing that they like, or is it, like, all weird shit? Because, like, okay, I did... Alright. This does remind me of a joke. I'm not saying I endorse this joke. I'm just using it as a,
8
like, an
months left
interesting, an interest, all right? Thank you, Noy, for the Prime. Thank you for considering me your Prime option this month. All right? I appreciate that. You know what they say about bronies? The only thing bronies actually enjoy besides My Little Pony are sites on the dark web. I'm just gonna leave it there. No, it's a joke. 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 You know, when you get into, like, you know, cybersecurity friends, all right, they have, yeah, that was dark. That's true. Look, that's what I'm saying, man. That's darker than I like to go, but it just reminds me of some of the shit I hear from my cybersecurity friends. Okay. Which, if you don't have any friends that work in Silicon Valley doing cybersecurity, oh boy. You're missing out on some stories, man. I know it will not be explained. All right, handle complete. We just gotta draw an entire rest of the sword, and then we're good. Shit. Like if Eldruin and the Lich King, Frostmourne, Lich King Blade, fucking Frostmourne. Eldruin and Frostmourne had a baby. All right. Be kind of scuffed. I think we'll save it in color though. You know, dark fantasy is, man. They love their thin swords for some reason. One of these days, I'm gonna do a deep dive into Dark Souls art direction. I feel like for now, though, I'm just sort of like on the cursory trying to figure out what people like about the Dark Fantasy Dark Souls. Like how Dark Souls redefined Dark Fantasy artwork. Because now when you say Dark Fantasy, people think you mean Dark Souls. Back in the day when you said Dark Fantasy, people thought you meant like 80s stuff. Like occult stuff. And now it like almost exclusively means Dark Souls. Which is just kind of interesting, you know? Excellent. Is this sword long enough to be considered Dark Fantasy? That's the question. I'm worried not, but we're gonna try it anyway. Trying to integrate that like sketch style that we've been practicing on characters. All in preparation. This entire style I've been working on this all in preparation to draw a hot character for Guapo. That's like the entirety of it. I'm spending months upon months developing a style. I tested on my wife's character just to draw a hot dude for Guapo. So now I can keep practicing on weapons and shit like that. It's like Vanta Black Dark, yeah, fog. Maybe thinner for Dark Fantasy. It needs to be even thinner for Dark Fantasy. What? You want it to be even thinner. Bro, this sword can't get any thinner. It's already like, if you turn it sideways, it disappears. This is like the Asmongold of swords. What do you mean this can't get any thinner? That's pretty thin, bro. All right? If it was a Final Fantasy sword, it would be like there. All right. If it was a Lost Ark sword, it'd be like... There you go. If it was like a Sword Art Online sword, it'd be like... There you go. You know? Just one voice in chat. Shut up. You can't just tell me I got one guide from the one guy. That's a new meta. Getting one guide from a guy who tells you got one guide. I mean, I respect it, but still. Right. Wait, do I actually have Happage enabled? Who enabled Happage? Was this your fault, Guapo? Okay. I feel like I am actually just subconsciously really inspired by Diablo right now. This does feel like some shit you'd see in the game. If that's a good or bad thing, I don't know, but it's a thing. Now, need like some vague iconography on it. And like rivets. Rivets are also a great way to to make something dark fantasy. Uh-oh. Forgot the whole thing. I fucked up. Look at Photoshop just having a fucking time, man. Just wigging out. Alright, that's pretty thin. I don't know, man. The intricacies of mode activations are beyond me. Alright, fair. So glad someone made it darker than Black Combat. Him being a jerk. That's fair. What's up, B-Town? We're chilling, bro. How you doing? To be fair, Guapo, I shouldn't really ask where new emotes come from. I shouldn't ask. I shouldn't, if I don't want to, you know, don't ask questions you don't want the answers to, kind of thing. Okay. All right. We paint. Oh, whoops. We don't paint. Hold up. I forgot to my hatching. I forgot. Remember, now we're using hatching as part of our actual painting style. It's Friday. It is Friday. Good time playing Diablo last night. Yeah, it was good. I had a bit of a mixed review on it this morning, where I said that TLDR, I like the story, but the gameplay doesn't feel that good. And that might just be because I'm playing the worst class to play at a low level, or the gameplay just isn't that good. From my perspective. I don't know. It just doesn't feel good like Diablo 3 did. And I think that might be just an issue of me not keeping up with like modern ARPGs. Like the ARPG has evolved between Diablo 3 and Diablo 4 quite a bit. You have Lost Ark. You have all the Warhammer shit. You have, most importantly, Path of Exile. And for me, there's just something about the combat that just doesn't feel... It feels like the worst part of leveling in a Diablo season, except it's that all the time, you know? Nerfing is happening. Patch 1.02 was already out. Oh, really? Who the fuck needs nerfing? Already? That's impressive. If the Barbor Aryan is in that nerf, I'm gonna delete him tonight. I'm just deleting it. Alright, now we can... There we go. All this color. Finally have a color layer. Alright, everything needs to be dark. Dark fantasy, dark steel, dark background. Everything must be dark. Make sure the line work needs to be much darker. All the way to black. Now we may paint. Now we may steal. Rogue and Barb? What? God, hold on. What is this? $102. 2 hours ago. Day 1 patch. Alright, hold up. What do we got? What are our nerfs? Class specs. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Sorcerer for... Oh, really? Okay. Wait, what? Oh, Diablo 2. Lol. Okay, what do we got? Sorcerer, Flame Shield, Rogue, Inner Sight. What does Inner Sight do? Before second delay for another enemy can be marked. Okay, interesting. I don't see anything for Barbarian, though. These aren't major nerfs, though. These are pretty chill. Skill cooldown reduction. Interesting. Interesting. Monster health value has been increased in later world tiers. Really? That's not... Well, I haven't been in past 2, so I don't know. Interesting. Interesting. Harry emotes come from a meme that becomes too large, like a star, and implodes under its own comedic effect, much like a black hole of degeneracy and debauchery. After a week or two, an emote is born, much to Evan's dismay. That is how it happens. Like, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, but... there is much dismay. Yeah, okay. You're right about that. Thought I had a dog at my feet. I'm like... I'm panicked now because I thought there was a dog there and I was worried that I accidentally, like, crushed her under the footstool or some shit. There was a moment. We're okay, though. Maybe Yuna's still mad at me for telling her she's adopted. More gold. Actually, let's do the entire thing. We'll just figure it out. Okay. Remember, relieving or hatching in is an important part of the description of the item. So, Don't really need to draw too much attention to our color changes. We have hatching line work to rely on. There we go. Kind of loosely painting, I guess, values, not really rendering anything. Gotta start that a little bit. Get some reflections and light in there, just a smidge. Beautiful sword. Thank you, Sam. But is it thin enough to be considered dark fantasy? That's the question. Or will the Souls players never accept my artwork regardless? I feel like it's a bit of a lost effort to try and get accepted by the Souls players in any way. They don't accept anything except for days of your life wasted on trying to kill a single boss. So any effort you put into anything in life besides the game itself is goes unappreciated for good reason. Fuck it. Calm down, Tarantino. Yeah. You had the wrong people licking there. Did you hear when you feel your phone buzz in the pocket, but it's not there? I don't get that with my phone, but I get that with my watch, honestly. Because my watch buzzes sometimes for no reason. And, yeah, I don't know. It's been happening recently. Maybe it is buzzing, and I just, like, I don't know, just making it up. Maybe the phone or the watch phone has, because I can make calls on my phone. I have, like, data on it and whatever. Maybe the watch phone is, like, the tether I have to the real world, and they're trying to wake me up and get me out of the simulation. You know? You never do know. You never know for certainty. We can measure degeneracy on a Tarantino scale. Blaze a 2. Wait, strong today? Maybe 3? All the way there to 3? Wow, that's impressive. The people Licka mode is becoming self-aware. Well, I will give it credit for that at the very least. People Lick is evolving to understand itself. I'm trying to figure out how to paint gold better recently. Because gold is really hard to paint when you have line work assisting you. Which sounds a bit counterintuitive, but it actually is the case. The gold is more difficult, I think, to paint when you have line work. Because the light in gold functions so differently than it does on other metals. You have to, like, overcompensate for it. Pokey sticks? Dark pokey sticks, alright? Don't forget about that fact night. As long as a foot in that hotel, please. Please, spare me. Spare me the feet jokes. Fishy isn't even here. Completely unrelated note, a hotel owner in Nashville got arrested for breaking into a room and sucking on a patron's toes. Why did I read that? Why did I go up in chat? When Rock responded to that, why did I go up in chat to see what he was responding to? Why did I think, something was afoot in that hotel. I should see what the message was that he was responding to. Because I don't read chat chronologically. No real streamer reads their chat chronologically. They read the first thing they glance up and see, and then they go up from there. Okay? So, like, that was the first thing my eyes went to. I don't know why. I think honestly, if you're, like, probably the third or to fifth message in chat, that's where my eyes go first. Like, my eyes immediately went to like Hizaro's message just now, you know, or Knight's just now. That's actually interesting. There's like an area that I'll read first when I'm trying to catch up on chat. Why did I think? Let me just see what the context is that I'm missing, and go up any any further. I could have gone the rest of my life without knowing that, and I would have lived a happy, healthy, productive life. I could have had some kids, you know, made a project, built built my dream company of creative arts and cool things, made movies, and did like, you know, did everything I could have wanted to possibly do in my life, and just never knew that that actually happened. And on my deathbed, if somebody said, Evan, do you have any regrets? I would have said no. And yet now we're here. Probably amenities, read the brochure. Bit of quick, wait, quite a pain at work. I'm sorry to hear that, Night. If you need a note for like a sick note or whatever, I can write you one. Yeah, I got you, bro. Yet instead of doing what I knew I should, I read the thing anyway. The result of having people feeding your TV, it's not necessarily the result of that. It's not all my doing, all right? I could allow for, listen, you can allow for degeneracy, but not expect degeneracy. Okay? It's like if I hook you up to like an electroshock device and put a button in front of you and say the button exists, you can do whatever you want with it. I'm not the one that's pushing it. All right? Magic sword with historical importance. Magic sword that summons the spirits of a dead army that are bound by oath to the holder, actually. Maybe some paladin shit, I don't know. Now we can paint it in Alarmic a little bit, which helps. It helps, trust me. Okay. Sketchy pencil also does help too, so. Music's perfect, excellent. That's what I like to hear. The playlist slaps once in a while. Now we need to pop it out from the background just a little bit. We're going to do so with just a very faint glow. The very faintest of glows. Lower our opacity. We need our spread and size to be big enough. There we go. So it almost looks misty. Now, the frame. We need to do a dark fantasy border on it. Dark Souls shit, man. What are we gonna do? I have an idea. We'll do a big high contrast red. If we can. Isabella, why have you brought for me the monkey? Please, on the bed. I do not wish to have the monkey, please. That's why you brought her here. You brought her bed in here so that she would calm the fuck down. She was asleep on the bed. We are changing the sheets today, so that we need to now. Okay. You know you are not allowed on the bed. She was on my side. I don't care which side she was on. I don't care if it was cute. All right. All right. I'm just gonna sit here for the rest of the stream, I guess. You like what? Like the sword? I'm glad you like the sword. The fuck? Why my stream or my stream deck button's wrong? The hell? How did it get reset? What the fuck? Okay. Whatever. I don't care. Alright. We're gonna do something very quick here. Alright. Skellington. And blood magics. It'll look really good on when we throw it onto the actual dark background. A little bit bright right now, but trust me, it'll look better on the dark background. She's not perfection, okay? She is a goblin. She is a gremlin, a goblin, and she deserves nothing good in life, for she provides nothing good in life. Okay? She does nothing but take, and she gives no thanks in return. She is a creature of selfishness that wishes for nothing for the betterment of others other than herself and the ability for her to get snackies and chews. I'll thank you to remember that, Blaze. There's nothing perfect about her. She's a fiend, an imp of chaos. And yet everybody thinks she's adorable, and so that means that she doesn't have this, like, bad streak in her. I think sword should be straight in illustrations unless the sheath is present. Really? Why don't you like the sword on an angle? That's a bold claim. I like it. Now defend yourself. Describe to me artistically why you think the sword illustration should be straight unless the sheath is present. What principles of design would you like to reference? I'll give you an opportunity to impress me. Because I can see, listen, I can make a case for you, but I want to see you make the case. God, adding this, you started answering my message. Ah, shit. I asked you to make a case for why you feel that way from a design standpoint. Madge, what are you upset about, Blaze? You know it's true. You know she's a goblin. You know she's done nothing of value besides sit in her bed and wait until she becomes monkey mode. Oh, god damn it. Oh no. We almost froze the entire program. It was almost over for us. Again. Uh-oh. Of course, we need to There we go. There we go. Now, we made a shitty frame in almost no time. I have the academic study on this, but I think it helps emphasize the symmetry. That's exactly why you don't want to do that, is because symmetry is boring. And when our brains view symmetry in sort of a too much of a perfect way, when you have something that is too perfectly symmetrical, no angle, no depth, nothing, then it looks flat as fuck. And so one way you can actually make your items or whatever when you're doing concept art look more like they have more depth to them is actually take them out of symmetry. Right? Because if you have a weapon that's, say, like angled in symmetry, it looks pretty good, especially if it's rendered properly with lighting and all this other stuff going on. The problem is when you have something like a quick sketch like I'm doing today, and you keep your quick symmetrical sketch in line with itself, then it looks too flat, and it doesn't actually look like it has any depth whatsoever. So it's exactly the opposite, actually. If I left all my weapons just like perfectly symmetrical, it would just look like stickers or stamps, you know, across a page after, you know, so many pieces made or whatever. But yeah, no, the whole point is to build in asymmetry, actually, so that it combats the quick, super sketchy vibe that we're going for, since we can't unfortunately spend too much time rendering them properly. But I understand that you like the balance of it, and the balance is important. The problem is that for items that are three-dimensional, that balance either needs to, be the unfortunate sacrificial lamb at the altar of depth. It depends on what you want to go for, but usually in concept, unless you're doing something for a 3D modeler, you want depth more than you want balance. That is the unfortunate reality of drawing art as fast as we do it on Twitch. So thank you, Natty Says, for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you, dude. I guess up to personal taste. It is personal taste in some ways, but it is also design fundamentals, unfortunately. There's like, I could go into like a big long description about it, but that'd be boring and nobody cares. So apologize to Her Majesty Lady Heisenberg, Uniluska, Silmeria, Stola, Cosmos, Mimuru, Pancake, Blair, Destroyer of Blankets, Liquor of Hands, Climber of Death, Harbinger of Toilet Bowls, Waker of Evans right this instant. Why would I apologize to her? What has she done that is provided me of any value today? Yuna, have you done anything useful today? What have you done, Yuna? All right. Well, there you have it. No, don't look at my hand. We're not playing. You don't get the pen. Pen is not a chew, okay? That's what I thought. All right. Good. All right. I don't know if we'll name this. Fuck it. Fuck naming it. 407. We'll do a quick name. All right. All right. Hold up. The Oath. Summon all of the sworn. Rasterize. Dude, we're cruising, man. We're just getting these sketches done, bro. We're getting the quick sketches down. All right. Wait, where's my... There we go. Discord. All right. 407 for Lady Blackwood herself. What, Yuna? I'm not playing with you. Or the senator, sorry. She's taking up her senatorial position. Straight swords are way more classy. I think you should emphasize that. I may be biased against Arabian curved swords. I mean, yeah, I mean, if you like the aesthetic of straight swords, that's sure. Yeah. Some people like straight swords, you know? Some people are like fucking weeb swords. It's all good, bro. Gavin likes the idea of 100 chickens over Una right now. Dude, I could end the coop. Dude, 100 chickens plus a coop plus enough feed for entire years. Okay? Like, seriously. We could have gotten 100 chickens instead. Instead of one doge. Wait, why'd she go back to bed? Wait, she got up and now she's back. Una, are you gonna stay there all stream? Do you look like a Chihuahua? Do you look like a Yorkie? No. No one ever thinks that she's, like, a cross with anything. They're like, oh, your Yorkie's so adorable. And she's only half Yorkie. They don't believe me, though. They don't believe me. So, all right. Where are we going next? Number 4 for the day. Complete. Sketch. Exclamation sketch for sketch number 4 today. You know the rules. Visual descriptions are dead on arrival. Visual descriptions will get re-rolled. And for locations, keep them small, keep them contained so we can actually draw them in an hour or so on stream. She left. Yeah, good. She has the sleepies. She's very sleepy in the morning, unfortunately, Blaze. I don't understand. She's very sleepy in the morning, and then she has nothing. She wants nothing to do with her bed or rest through the afternoon and evening, where she is only monkey mode. It's like, I don't know what she does at night, but it's like she doesn't sleep at night properly. And then, oops. And then she just like wakes up, you know, and decides that it's time to sleep. Which sucks because at you know, midnight, she's not tired. Yeah. I have no idea what's happening. We're doing the sketch for sketch number 4 today. Sketches are... Oh, there you go. There you go. Exclamation Friday. Thank you, mods. I forgot that we had a command there. What did the... Who the fuck added the bumblebee command to the command? Who had the bumblebee? So it's free. Yeah, I just do sketch people for their D&D games and stuff on Fridays. Yep, typically anyway. Sometimes I miss a Friday here and there, but when I'm doing Fridays, I'm typically drawing stuff for the community. So it's why I do like very quick, like 30 to 45 minute sketches. These are not like in-depth like paintings or anything. They're just very quick concepts. So missed a post stream. You missed the post stream, bro. Oh man, y'all thought there weren't post streams anymore. That's rough, I guess, you know? Post-credit scenes, they're overrated. It's fine. I wouldn't stay for them either, you know? You don't gotta worry about it. You're good. Post-stream, never heard of it? Fair. Cole might have done it. That seems like a Wolf emote to use. I think Wolf uses that emote. If Cobalt did it, it would be like, there'd be more legalese in there. There'd be like discussions about like quarterly reports or something. You went to go on your walk? Did you go on your walk? Hold on. Who went on their walk? Hold on. 2.5 minutes. Who went on their walk yesterday? Let's see. Let's check our fitness challenge. Summer fitness challenge. What do we got? Who went on their walk? Who posted about it? Venus. What did Venus do? Venus did 6.8K yesterday. Damn, bro. Alana did her walk. Venus did another walk. Day one. Need 131,000 steps to make it in Meshrakar Fortress. I've got 400. That's interesting to do that based on steps. Friendly distance wager battles. Wait, you got swans? You went on a walk to see swans, Viddy? For 9,000 steps? All right. Congratulations. 9,000 steps on one walk? That's insane. DC walking in circles around a car park. See, this is the G way to do this. This is the absolute G way to do this. You know? That's kind of legit. Good job, guys, who went on walks yesterday. All right? Y'all showing up. Are characters a possibility in low detail? I don't do characters on Fridays because part of the whole fun of a Friday sketch is that you tell me what the item does, and I design the sketch for you. The problem with characters is people are very attached to the idea of what their character looks like. So if somebody's like, hey, I've got a character, they are like an orc wizard. It's like, okay, cool. But the problem is it gets too descriptive and it gets too commission-y, you know, where someone's like, oh, I've got this human and he's got long black hair and he's got it parted in the middle and he's got it tied down the back and he's got a scar on one side of his face. Like they're very and people are very attached to how their characters look, and so it's not easy for me to then just like be like, oh, you want like a human rogue with like long dark hair, got it. And I can quickly do like a character sketch because it's not really what somebody wants for their own character. It's like very personal. Items are typically something that people are a little more detached to the design of, so we can actually create some visual designs on Fridays. Same thing with locations, a little bit more for locations, but it's usually fine. Characters, I've never had good experiences with it on Fridays. I've tried it a couple times, and people are always just disappointed, or they try and give too much like micromanaging feedback, which is fine if it's your character and you know exactly what you want your character to look like. That's awesome. But yeah, it just makes it a little bit too. It's not fun because it's not like, oh, I'm coming up with a whole new design. It's like we're just doing somebody's design, and that's not the spirit of Fridays. So yeah, I really do want to figure out how to introduce like character sketches on Fridays. And I've been thinking about this for a long time. I think maybe what we'll do is like, I was considering having it be like 2 character sketches on a Friday, and I could talk to someone about their character and like, I don't know, because then it'd be easier to like bring them on through the guest star system, but people are at work, so it doesn't really work. I don't know. I just haven't figured out how to do characters yet in a good way. In a way that doesn't feel like weird, you know? So, you did 12 kilometers yesterday? You walked 12 kilometers, Guapo? Yes. All right. All right. You're in the lead. I had a 4K run this morning at a pace similar to anyone else's semi-speedy walk. That's awesome, Zibsy. Congratulations. That's a good start. I only did 2.5 kilometers, or sorry, 3 kilometers yesterday from my evening walk because my knees are still fucked up, man. I don't know. Enter on Twitter for a chance to win on Friday. So that's what I was thinking, Thorkin, is having an off-platform, like, okay, so imagine, what if I did, like, on Friday or something, or on Twitter, I was like, okay, leave your character's description here, and then on Twitter, and then on stream on Friday, we go through and we see what chat wants to draw. We see what the coolest idea that chat votes on, or is like, oh, this is a dope idea, let's see what it looks like, and then we can make that as an NPC art that everyone can use in their game, you know? Like, I don't know, man, but I don't know if it's a great, like, full stream thing. It's like a good, like, segment, but making a full stream of that, I don't know. Should I do that on Tuesday ever around? Yeah, Pog, okay. I posted it, but you scroll past it for a friend. Oh, I'm sorry, Guapo. I'm gonna try and add it all up to see how high I can get this month. Get it. Get it. Crush that goal, bro. Crush it. Start a drama on your behalf? Please do. Wait, only if I can farm it later, Ashy. Okay. The winner of sketch number 4 today, 4 is the elusive, illustrious, ill-comprehended, instinctive. Wait. The fuck? Did it? Kai Hira. Sorry, Zibsy. Not Zibsy. Confirm. Delete. Kai Hira. Kai, congratulations. Unless Kai has a dumb idea that is all visual description, in which case Zibsy wins. But hey, listen. Kai, what do you got? What do you got for us? What are we doing? What are we drawing for you today, my friend? Brutal? Yeah, that's the way it goes, man. That's the way it goes. I can just keep hitting it. Oh, Blaze. Narius. Hizzy. Cow. You all lose. Yeah, only Kai wins. All right, Kai, what do you got? What do you got, my friend? What are we drawing for you? What visions of amazing fantasy scapes? Blaze still what? Yeah, that's true. The fact that Blaze was in there at all is just disappointing. The party is heading towards Jotun Hale, a town of half giants which is surrounded by standing stones. So what part of Jotunheim do you think is the most important part to describe? What if you're like, there's one thing I wanted to show off? Is it one of the standing stones? Because we could do that. Is it like the gate, or is there like an important monument or something? Because drawing a whole ass town is a bit beyond the scope of what we can do on stream for, you know, within like an hour or whatever. So like, what is a part of the town that you think is like the most interesting? You know, she's gonna react to it at her food break. What to me? Who's reacting to what? Who's reacting to what? What did I say? Is it? Hold on.
That one. I don't know what happened to that
Hold
one.
on. No, Twitch. Go. Is Ulner even live? Ulner's live. Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. All right. You're talking about Ulner. Obviously. Got it. Got it. Okay. It's pronounced Jotun, is it? Jotunheim? I don't know, man. There's a pretty hard J in there. Big stone houses the rune stone outside. I want the party to feel the scale of being twice the size of humans. So how can we render that? What part of it? So you think a house is like kind of the most important thing? Okay. Big stone looking house. Okay, we can. All right, perfect. I have an idea. We can do this. Good call. The houses are the important part. Where is our last? Because I just merged all this shit together. May 5th? Oh, there we go. There's a frame we can yoink. Easy yoink. All right. All right. Let's get it. Where's your pencil brush? Okay, giant stone houses. Add birds for scale. We should add Staffman for scale. Starting Diablo 4 drama with you and Ulner. Thank you. Excellent. Good. This is, look, listen. It's been a while since I had drama. Ulner's awesome, and I'd love to have drama with her about the new game. This is all I could ever want as a streamer. So, the Emporium for scale. I'm not adding the Emporium for scale, bro. Come on, man. The Emporium can't just be everywhere. Or can it? Okay, big stone houses. For giants. Giant stone house. So I'll draw some trees, various kinds in here. Figure out we'll have some shrubberies. Couple of other trees. Stone crafted. Homes. I feel like a fairly shallow. I don't know why. I feel like the giants would have more efficiency built into. I wonder
probably would like... We'll use some other materials, like an entire tree trunk kind of thing for part of the door. Alright, let me just quickly measure things out, and then we'll get into sketching it. Do larger trees as, like, basically the shrubs you'd put out front of the house. What's up, Ronnie? Did puppy return to sleep? Puppy is fully asleep, Ella. If I make too much noise, unfortunately, I'll wake her up. But that is a sleeping puppy. Okay. There you go. All right. Okay. Cool. Let's start sketching it out. So, large decorative doorway. We're going to go with sort of layers, work back to front, because we're going to draw over things, right? We'll have the door sort of smaller in here. We're still just going to create a bunch of, like, line work that sort of defines the shapes of things, but we're going to... This is all natural material. We don't have to go in and not make it look too perfect. All of our, like, wood grain is going to be a lot smaller, too, than what we usually draw. We'll have our tree trunk just chilling. Nordic carvings of the door frame would be cool. Nordic carvings? What does a Nordic carving look like? I do like Nordic shit. They were my favorites to play in Age of Empires, Age of Mythology. A green dragon check? Green dragon check is test your fate with channel points to see if I have to draw a green dragon. Maybe. One of these days, someone's going to win green dragon check, and I'm just going to debate them and not actually do it. But no one's going to know when it'll be. It's like better to keep the fear alive. The one green dragon check. I'll just draw a fucking parrot and that's it. Wait, design extended not a final project. Wait, what? I'm confused. Is intertwining thick lines? Isn't that more Celtic shit? Like Celtic knotwork? I know Nordic stuff is different. Well, it's similar, but overall different. I don't know if we have a lot of time, though, to do, like, intricate knot work on our... If we were just drawing a door, oh, yeah, man, we could do all that kind of stuff. But since we got to draw an entire-ass house and draw things around it for scale, we got to draw a scene. We got to try and get it done in under an hour, so... We got to try and, like, do pretty quick designs on Friday. I mean, sometimes we don't get to fully express an idea. The point of a concept exercise is it's fairly quick. So I don't know if we'll have time for any, like, super in-depth details like that. You know, I don't actually ever really, like, use giants in my D&D game. I don't know why. Maybe I should. There's something, like, interesting about like going to a giant village more so than like those are my favorite experiences with going places in D&D. It's like you go to an elvish place or like a gnomish place or whatever. It's like, okay, you're just chilling. But when you go somewhere that's like different, where the entire village is like, or city or whatever is set up in a way for people that aren't necessarily used to the same sort of life that you are, like an underwater city or something like that, or like a giant city. That to me is like the real juice. I love that shit. But I don't like giants in my D&D games for some reason. I never like found a good way to use giants as like the. I feel like there's like a lot of baggage that comes with giants. When you say giant, it's like people have this idea in their head. It's like, how do you create a giants for your fantasy game that don't like they don't think they know like everything about the giants or whatever. Once I figure that out, I'll let you know. Once I figure it out. Alright, Sable, have a nice day. You too, Narius. Take care, my friend. Be good. Need some kind of like some kind of a sigil or whatever that we can put above the front door. Kai, like, is there some kind of like, I don't know, marking or emblem that they have this room for some sort of decorative like window design, but I realize the windows might not be the easiest thing to do for giants. To help communicate scale, we might want to leave them as like open sort of like portholes almost into their homes. You know? Don't mess with those frost giants of unavoidable wind spears. Yeah, true. Frost giants are rough. True giants have all disappeared from the landscape in Redora. The Jotnari are the half-giant descendants. So what? So how big is like a true giant in your setting? Because I kind of dig the idea of like giants being like obsessively large. If you have like some sort of giant race in your game, that they're not just like big, that they're like colossals or whatever. So it kind of changes the landscape around them, how they'd like get their resources and stuff. You'd have to have, so like for instance, I have this kind of like colossal myth of like an extinct, I don't know, society on one of the other planets in Teleria, but that planet, everything grows to be massive. Like everything grows to be massive. So there's not this idea of like, oh, well, where do you get food if you're like a giant person? It's like, well, you get food from the other giant things. The, you know, 3-story tall fish and shit like that. There's days in the meme of the guy doing nice. Oh, okay, all right. I thought you were you're popping off. Got it. Gotcha. Gotcha. All right. So is there something they use for symbolism, Kai? Like a particular animal or like a rune design, or like what would they, if they're gonna put some design stuff somewhere in their homes or whatever, like a ward or something like that, protective wards or anything along those lines, or should I just kind of create a general kind of Nordic looking design for the top of their doors? Big stone slabs. Again, we're trying to use like a lot of really large organic shapes because it's very difficult the larger the stone is to like make really detailed or intricate or smooth cuts. So I'm trying to sort of represent or use that to help represent size a little bit. Our house will be, or our roof to our house will be a little more in line there, but let's see. General Futhark style roof. Okay, hold up. What is this? Dark runes. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. I got you. Yeah, these are sick. Okay, I'll put like one or two of the runes on there. What's a good rune? Sick. Let's do. We'll do like sort of an inspired one because I don't want to do anything like super realistic, obviously. We'll add some of those to our porthole. We'll just kind of have like some protective wards or whatever around the stonework. And then it's gonna be covered up. Cool. All right, sick. We're getting there. And of course, our large giant stones. Two giants range from 20 to 40 feet. They were titans. Yeah, I think that's like, I don't know. It's cool if you have like relics or whatever from that age, you know? Like a weapon or a blade that was used by some. Like I remember in one of my favorite like zones in World of Warcraft, they had these like Brawn, which were like giant sort of Cyclops giant creatures. They had these skeletons for the Brawn. And they're all huge. You like build like towns and stuff inside the skeletons. I like how much that like sort of takes you out of the kind of, I don't know, the mundane reality of fantasy sometimes. When you just remind people that there was like, I don't remember who said, I think it was Matthew Colville who said that you had to have like lost civilizations or some shit. I don't know if he was like being hyperbolic or if he was like serious about it. But he's basically saying that all good fantasy worlds had lost civilizations or lost information, lost knowledge of some variety. I kind of agree, honestly. Even if he wasn't being hyperbolic, he was kind of memeing. From a meme perspective, I kind of agree. So we'll have our two large logs here, and then we'll have our roof maybe fully ascending. I don't think they use to tie these, though. Get a little bit quicker in our texturing, I think. Okay. And also nothing too, like, I don't know, well made, I guess. Must be kind of clumsy. So kind of off center. You know? What is the game? The Pathless. Go through as many. Wait, when did that come out? That sounds familiar. We doing a Jack and Beanstalk feel here. I mean, yeah, Giants. So that's good. That's good, Garthen. Excellent. You know, if you got that vibe, that's good. That's good. We're on the right track. 2020. That sounds familiar. Like recently familiar. I wonder how big Galakron is / was in WoW. I think the problem is Galakron, they kind of fucked up. Because they implied that Galakron was so big in the books that they couldn't basically reference it in the games. But like, did you play patch 10.0.7, Thorkin? The one that has the story right before patch 10.1? Because in one of the... Basically, the patch sucked. You like... I thought it sucked. Maybe it wasn't well received though at the time because there wasn't new raids or whatever. But is the whole thing about like Sakureth and his followers and whatever coming about, and you go into a what is it, like a laboratory or something of Nefarians, and you haven't played. Okay, yeah. So you go into the laboratory and there's like relics of Galakron. There's like Galakron's claw, and it's like if your character is, you know, maybe around that height, you're like looking at the ledge, and the Galakron's claw or tooth or whatever, it was like that big or something. It was like on display, being like held up by little posts or whatever. So I don't know. It implies that the dragon is like big, but not as big as they implied in the game or in the books. So I feel like they're kind of trying to walk back a little bit on how they were describing Galakron as like this massive creature that was so big he basically almost crushed himself under his own weight. But I don't know. I'll have to deal with it in the future. On Thorash, there are some like actual Titanic creatures, like some actual gargantuan, whatever, colossal, pick whatever word you want to use. There's about 13 of them, I think, that I designed earlier. Maybe I could be wrong, but yeah, there's like less than 20 of these like large creatures that like slumber for thousands of years, and they wake up and just change geography as they like travel to the next spot where they're gonna like slumber again on top of the ley line. That's all they do, is just sleep on the ley lines and just become bigger. It'll actually be a big problem and a big plot point at some point in time, but for now, I don't know. For now, Thorash is still in development, so I'm not going to get into it too much, I guess. I'm not going to worry about it, at least. There'll be stories of what's currently going on at Thorash, and that's about it. I wonder if there's also concept art done for it. It's on our station, I believe. For Galakron? Or for 1007, do you mean? Because, yeah, I don't know how you feel about the Dragonflight story, Thorkin, but I find Sakureth to be the worst, like, story-wise, the worst tier boss I've ever seen in World of Warcraft. Like, who the fuck cares about a dumb little scaly dragon? Like, what this is Dragonflight, the expansion with dragons and ancient creatures from, you know, the sunken world and whatever, and we get like this like Muppet that's just like I thought when I turned into the race world first, I thought it was a joke. I thought like, wait, this is not the last boss. This is like a phase of the last boss where this guy gets eaten, and then we get a big ass dragon or whatever to fight, right? Like, let me check the heroic video. I checked heroic, and it's like, nope, that's the last boss. It's a puppet. It's a fucking Muppet, just, you know, doing his best out there. Damn, bro. I was really disappointed, man. That's gravity ratio is limited in reality. What, mountain-sized turtles? Yeah, true. The biggest, I think, creature that there is in Teleria is Rikishi, which, I mean, he can fly, so he is an island-sized turtle, but he can also fly, so there's some other shit going on there. This seems similar to Protodrake's for scale. Let me see. What is this shit? This is, wait, no cap. This is not Galakron. This is not actually Galakron. So this is the problem, man. This is the actual problem. Is they, in Dawn of the Aspects, they suggested that Galakron was way bigger than this. You know, as if like he could fit an entire. I think I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure one of the statements on it is he could fit like an entire brood or whatever in his mouth, or something. You know, like he's cartoony compared to Gul'dan or the humanoid boss for Sarkareth. Yeah, it also like, who cares about Sarkareth? Sarkareth needed to be like a villain from the beginning. Like, remember how good Denathrius was, Thorkin? As far as humanoid bosses, you remember how fucking good Denathrius was at the end of Nathria? It's like, dude, what a great end boss that's humanoid size. That's just a dude. A dude and his sword Remoria, and you just fight him, and there's mirrors and shit. Sarkareth is just like it's just a puppet on a platform. It was so disappointing, man. It was so disappointing. Ugh. Stop playing WoW at the end of Legion expansion, because in my opinion, that's when it made sense for me to end. That's when a lot of people stopped. I think Dragonflight is a good expansion. I think it's a great expansion. I'm just not at a place where I can play a lot of video games anymore. But if I could, I would definitely be playing the shit out of that. Especially this patch, they made Mythic Plus Legion good, like back to the sort of the mindset they had when they were doing Legion, and I really wanted to play it this patch, but I don't think I can commit the hours every week to playing Legion again, or playing Legion style Mythic Plus. Teleria is the name of one of the worlds in my D&D universe, I guess. D&D setting. Teleria is the main world where the story takes place in Eldara that players can play in, that the first adventure Horizon is actually being developed in. So Teleria, when I say Eldara is the name of the setting as a whole. Teleria is the main sort of planet people are focused on right now, and the main planet I'm sort of focused on development for as well. So I sort of use it interchangeably with Eldara, I guess, but that'd be why. Dragonflight does feel really good. I really wish I had time to raid. Yeah, me too. I want to raid. I want to do Mythic Plus. I want to do all this shit. I want to get gear. I want to do like the upgrade system. Like, and Thorkin, Prop Paladins are meta. Prop Paladin for me is the highest quality of life for tanking in Mythic Plus, because you just interrupt everything, especially in expansion like Shadowlands or Dragonflight, where interrupts are so important and magic damage is so high in dungeons compared to like Legion, where magic damage just like didn't exist. You know, it feels like it'd be so fun to be able to play the meta tank and be able to do a prop pally for an entire, I don't know, like couple months or whatever. But I just have to sacrifice something for more important projects, and World of Warcraft is one of those things that I have to give up. It's so hard for me too, because World of Warcraft is a game that I've put thousands and thousands of hours in. I have like 800 days played in that game. Now, of course, a lot of that is spent like AFK or whatever in Dalaran, just talking to your friends on Discord or whatever. But still, it's hard for me to not play when there's like when the game is really good. I remember one of the most depressing things that anyone ever said to me as like an artist. It was the art director for I forget his name, but he was the art director for Dragon Age 1 and I think Dragon Age 2. I can't remember. But he like I was at art school and I was like, man, I'm so excited to play this game. Whatever, I got this and that. I got to do research and I got to like play games. He's like, yep. Don't ever let yourself tell yourself that you're playing games for research, though. I was like, wait, what do you mean? He's like, you can play a game for like a couple of hours and get all the research value data you need. After that, you're just playing because you enjoy it. I was like, but what about levels later on? He's like, you shook his head at me. I was like, what do you mean? Like, how much games do you play? He's like, I play games all the time, but I play a lot of different games for a short period of time. And you know what they say? And I was like, no, what do they say? He's like, you can only choose one of the two. And I was like, what are the two? He's like, you can either make games or play games. And I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? You can only make games or play games. It was, dude, it was like a crisis moment for me. I like couldn't sleep that night. I was like, do I have to give up the thing that I enjoy the most in order to be able to make the thing I enjoy the most? Holy shit. I feel that though. This like last year. It's like I can get good gear in World of Warcraft or build Horizon, you know. Which is why I'm enjoying going into Diablo and playing it for a little while, because like Diablo is just like an in and out thing for me. I'm not probably gonna play the seasons in Diablo. I play the seasons in Diablo 3 very hard for one weekend. I finish everything I need to do through the weekend. I finish the entire journey. I do it all in one weekend. And then I don't think about the season for the rest of the season. But I'm worried that for Diablo 4, you're basically screwed if you don't spend like multiple months. Because they don't want players jumping in for a little bit and then jumping out. Like, I don't know what the battle passes actually look like. Plane of Existence? Kind of, yeah. But Teleria is also the world for the same game as Raid Shadow Legends. Yeah, when someone told me that, that was so depressing. Thankfully, my Teleria has 2 L's in it, so... Hey! I hope it's not a problem later. Like, I hope I don't actually have to change the name of Teleria. To be fair, though, Teleria is just one place within Eldara. If the setting was called, you know, Teleria, that'd be a problem, but I don't think it's going to be an issue. I haven't sought legal counsel on it yet, but... if it comes down to it, it's not the most important thing that I can errata later. You can always switch it later on. Because nothing is like in print yet on a Kickstarter or whatever. Everything's like digital or like first draft early shit on print. It'll be even cooler though if I do have to change the name of Teleria. Because anyone who has like an original like first edition print of like the Horizon adventure will be like, oh shit, mine still has the world named as Teleria or something. All right. What number is this? 407, 408. 408. Okay. Giant houses made of stone. I hope it's kind of a cool interpretation of your idea. Maybe it works. Hope it does. Maybe it was completely what you were thinking of exactly to the T. Or maybe it was absolutely trash compared to your sick idea. I don't know. But that was fun either way to do. So thank you for the idea, my friend. That was cool. Where's the sketchbook? Where's the sketchbook? Okay, there we go. If you would like it, it is in the Guild Discord. Boom. There it is. PogChamp. That was fun. I haven't drawn a house in a while. It's Fulham. It's kind of the reason I'm playing on hardcore. I want to do the story once and then grind a bit. But if my character dies, I can return to studying without wanting to grind more. That's genius, actually. That is genius. Fuck. Enjoy the other fellow rank 30s. Congratulations. Happy birthday, Fulham. Congratulations on making it to 30. Now you can nostalgically look back on GBA games Now the pressure's off when you're 30. Honestly, turn 30 is great. People are all like, "Oh, turn 30 is scary. It's like a new decade, bro." Nah, man, 30 is great. 30s are where you just chill, dude. When you're in your 20s, people are so worried about shit, and when you're in your 30s, you realize that everyone that you thought was an adult that had shit together has exactly as much shit together as you have right now, and you're doing just fine. You're like, "Oh shit, wait, I just need to chill." We taking modular seriously now, right? No, honestly, yeah. If the problem is when you hit 30, no one takes you seriously anymore because you're just a boomer. You're just a boomer, right, Yuna? All right, even Yuna doesn't take me seriously. All right, cool. That's it. That's all we're doing today. I gotta get some stuff done today, and I promised Astro that I would be off close to when he was off for his time to play. So we're gonna play Diablo for a little bit and chill, and then I got a ton of work to do tonight. We got to get as far as we can tonight or today in this afternoon, because as soon as tonight hits, bro, I am locked in on work until Monday at 10 p.m. or whatever. So we'll see how much I get done today in Diablo. We'll see if it's actually fun today. I think we'll probably drop to like World Tier 1 maybe and see if that's fun. I don't know. Maybe try to do some other stuff. I don't know. I'm still enjoying the game. So thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate it. Thank you for chilling with me, chilling with Yuna. Yuna, say thank you to chat. Anyway, hope you guys have a good weekend. I will see you on Tuesday for a new project. I don't think we're going to start the 5-day-a-week streaming schedule quite yet. It'll probably be after the convention for that Elle's going to. I need to help her out with some stuff and whatnot, and that's gonna be a lot of work. But Patreon is back to being live, so there's gonna be some cool stuff on Patreon this month for June. So if you're interested in that, that is the best place to support me. If you give a shit about what I'm doing. If not, shit, man. I agree, right? What have I ever done? Otherwise, what else is new? The Fitness Challenge is live. The Eldar Academy is live. And Ella's Patreon is live for her monthly dice sets. So you can jump in on that if you so choose. If not, I will see you on Tuesday for the same old stream as usual. Until next time, my friends. Until next time. Farewell.
Stay